Stuck in a ported Kingdom Hearts world. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 world. I have no idea, I'm sorry. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. It's a famous Dutch. Where? Bro, where? Bro, don't fuck with me. Where? Oh wait, let's first then again show our console settings to prove that whatever we're about to do, as crap as it is valid. Do we want to overwrite the game? Yes. I want to erase all traces of that last run. Chef Mike! Oh my God. Chef... Do you think I could ask for like a autograph?
The starry sky that night to
Mike,
suggest that strange and mysterious things would still be happening. As unsuspecting muggles slept, a huge motorbike with a giant astride it tumbled down from the darkness.
Silliness, chat. Silliness. This time we'll get a 117 because the set's just that good, you know. And if not, we'll just cry for a second and move on to HP2.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived. For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his dreadful step-parents, the Dursleys, until that fateful day when he received the letter.
Do you want to render the run invalid? I prefer not to, actually. No, I think I prefer a valid run. To purchase a most second chance for concussion. See, it's the concussionless curse. It was on day 7 as well. Every run wasn't concussionless and it went wrong somewhere after.
World far behind. Harry sat beneath a sorting hat, hoping that he would not be chosen for Slytherin House over Gryffindor. Not Slytherin, eh?
Not Slytherin, eh?
Here, you could be great.
Okay, no.
It's all here in your head, and Slytherin will help you on your way to greatness.
No.
No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
Gryffindor! I like when I can roll my R longer for the Griffin. Well. You can't have it all, right? People, this seems like the perfect time to shout out that our next stream, which will be on Sunday, will be a wheel percent. It's very cursed. We spin the wheel for a challenge during a level. For every 100 bits, we add another spin. We've done it twice before. It always turned into utter chaos, and now we're doing it with 2 games in a row. So if you still have any fun ideas that we can do to the game, like make it speed up, make it go upside down, make it black and white, make my hands reverted for the controls, anything you can come up with, do feel free to let me know. I've posted in general at my Discord, !Discord. Because I want to go all out with this. It will be cursed, it'll be painful for me, it will hopefully be hilarious. And I'm now thinking that I hope it won't be 30 degrees in my room, but 180. What about it, though? Is it just bits or bits and subs? I don't know. We've never really done subs for wheel percent.
Come on, Harry.
We could do subs as well.
Let's go.
That those count. I don't know. Just like in TV, yes. But what's the challenge?
To jump.
If you want to see like any inspiration for goals that we did last time, I put one of the wheels from Wheel Percent in the Discord as well. I don't know if that was for HP1 or HP2, but people have gotten creative in finding fun debug commands. Like, I think I'm gonna make 2 separate wheels, one for HP1 and one for HP2. And there's gonna be a lot of similarities. But yeah, they're gonna be slightly different because of the different debug commands. Sure you aren't the guy? What? Huh? I'm not any guy, no. Shh. I'm just Chef Mike's pet, that's all I am. Yeah, that was horrible, but we're through. Yes. I am Russ Bray. I'm just Russ Bray with hair. Yo, thank you so much for the gift subs, Artsy. They went to 50 and far. Thank you so much. And now you're in second place. Let's go. That's so generous. And what the fuck, sub goal? I thought I fixed that. Okay, we're on 9 for the sub goal, but thank you so much, Blobby. I really appreciate that. I will manually update those after stream. I don't know why gift subs don't count. I finally fixed it so that resubs count, and now gift subs don't. But thank you so much. That's really generous. Really appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here all the time. You're the best mod. Wait, which other one? George Noble? Glad you saved some money, wanted to fulfill your dream of buying your own little pack of gum, but you'll use it for a bit. Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, nobody has to spend money on me. That goes for Artsy as well. But if you prefer the gum, get the gum. Oh my god, are these good books? Who's a good book? You are. Oh wait, no, not you. The book's on there. I don't know what left and right on my scene is. Winterbed. Yes, you're both best mod. Welcome back, Thomas. Welcome to the beginning of a new run. Is 50 in stream? No. But she got gifted. Archie gifted 2 subs because she's very lovely and very generous. And one of them went to 50. Dr. Gas! Welcome in, how's it going? Oh, that's so sweet, you're the best. And I like that you're second now on the leaderboard.
I see you. Hi. Nice to meet you. Come on, Harry.
George Noble. Didn't he retire years ago? But yeah. Haven't seen her. Yeah, she's kind of left the community.
Wow! I'll show you where.
People claps. Okay, this time we're gonna do proper people flying, right?
I am Madam Who. There is a
Oh, you, Katashi. Sorry, I missed you. I missed that message. Welcome in. How's it going? My apologies. Like a revolving door? Yes. Honestly, in many ways it is, because people come and go, both as viewers and as runners.
Excellent. The next step. Fly ready, Potter?
Like, there's a lot of people who are like very active in either in chat or as a runners who you sadly don't see that much of anymore. And the coolest thing is every now and then they pop up, because I hope you all know Artful Info. He's currently not that active anymore, but he responded to my YouTube video and I was so happy to see his name pop up. So it's always cool when like those people pop up again. Okay, this is horrible. Might be yeah. I mean, there's always reasons. There's no right or wrong reason either. It's always nice to see those people around. And then there's just a few people who are very consistent, like Nixo and Flo. Even Beaver is like not that consistent anymore. His busy life. I can't say I am. I'm right now working hard on the content grind, but I've been gone for a long while. Portal was not that active in speedrunning anymore. Yeah, in a way it is a bit of a revolving door.
Well done. You've marked. Now run along.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Harry.
You were always
You
away
know
for
I
close to
am
1 year
not.
and thought you lost interest.
Hello, Harry.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's also to do with speedrunning, right? For me personally, if I play the same game over and over, I kind of burn myself out. So that's why I've done more variety as of late. I've learned more runs, more new runs, and I'm working on my video editing. Because that really breaks up the monotony of resetting the same run over and over. Because that, for me, that stops being fun after a while. That's why I'm not. That's also one of the reasons I'm not super high on any leaderboards. Also because I'm not like a super good runner, but also because I don't have the grind set. The game just stops being fun if I reset over and over. Especially those who are with you at the journey from the beginning. Yeah, people. It just the roster of people changes, and it's sad, but it also makes sense. I mean, it's the same for every other aspect of life. Like, you don't hang out with the same people anymore because, like, life changes.
Watch my complete. Now you try. Get ready.
Yeah. Very relatable content over here. But yeah,
Excellent.
that's just what happens. People lose interest in speedrunning, or if they are busy with something else, and hopefully one day they'll show themselves again.
Excellent.
Because there's a lot of lovely people.
Perfect.
Burn out completely on later games in 7.2 RNG grip you after some time. Yeah, that's fair.
Now,
Speedrunning is a weird hobby because it's weirdly stressful and like the grind is just painful at times.
Press the
Wingardium Leviosa.
But it's also a save zone. Like back in the day when I didn't have like a any idea what I was gonna stream, speedrunning was always safe. Yo, Ezio, what the fuck? Gifting 3 subs. Thank you so much. That's so generous. I really appreciate that. And now they do count. Not only 2 count. Thank you so much, man, dude. That you didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. And enjoy the subs, Bianca, Luke, and Paladru. Thank you so much. I have to update that sub goal because I don't know what's happening with it. Exactly. Some people, they will stay for either the rest of your life or just for a really long time, and some will not. Yo, Thomas, thank you for gifting a sub as well. What is going on? What are you guys doing?
Well, this is
You guys are so generous. Thank you for gifting a sub to Sonia.
Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
I will update that sub goal. Trust me. That will be updated. I don't know why. Maybe if I refresh it, actually. Need to deal with having very bad days after very good days. Can be harsh if you get like 9 PBs in 2 days and then don't PB for 3 weeks. Exactly, yeah. It's kind of how I felt like during my 7-day grind, because everything was going well, and then you have a day where it's just not happening, and it's just frustrating. Especially since in my case that was the last day I had, but it's just frustrating in general. Thank you so much for all the subs though. Really appreciate it. Oh, my fire though desire. Yo, thank you for the 100 bits, Winter, triggering the scam train. You guys are insane. I don't know why I deserve this. Ooh. But imagine being interrupted by IRL. It's kind of what we were talking about in a way. Talking about people leaving the community for reasons, and stagnation can feel really bad even if you are improving, but only very slowly it can throw off your mind. Yeah, it does, really. And that's with everything. If you just don't feel like you're making progress, it's super demotivating. Like, that's why I'm happy I'm, like, currently on the full-time stream. Or, like, I'm hardcore on the content grind, because now I'm actually starting to feel like I'm making progress. Because for a while, this channel just kind of stayed still for various reasons, and it really didn't motivate me to stream much more. So, okay, another horrible Malfoy fight. I guess that's because I'm talking about life and everything too much. Right? All nice people in the stream. Yeah! People are very generous today. What is the scam? It's a hype train. It's something by Twitch, which we often refer to as the scam train. If it's like, if people give that many subs and bits, it triggers a hype train, and everybody who gifted during that period gets like an emote, and if you're the first one to drop a sub or bits, I think then you get the hype train badge. So
Meanwhile, the house.
we beat this shit ton on HP6, and you were stuck on 120 for weeks. I think that was a hard time also because a lot thanks to Aaron. Yeah. So that's speedrunning is just weird. That's why I love like learning new runs, because early days you can just get PB after PB after PB, and you feel like you have steady improvement, and then you hit that wall where you have like a really good run and you just can't beat it for a while.
Slytherin.
It does, but I didn't decide. I decided to go for sub points rather than total subs.
Gryffindor.
So I think we should be on 13. Recycling today after tweaking your bike a bit felt very slow and kind of demotivated. Then you checked the meter and you were averaging about 29.5. Okay, yeah, I see. I went to a psychologist the other day. You told her, I'm scared of Backstreet Boys. She replied, tell me why. I know that one. That is indeed. I mean, it's trying to get people to throw more money, yeah.
Come round me hut.
Psychological warfare. The emotes are not even that great, and they don't get updated often. Regular back hurts, back streets back, or I love those jokes. I knew all of them. I don't know, have I done those, or did I waste an opportunity? Yeah, wait, I think I should just try refreshing that. Because I edited the goal, and...
Harry Potter.
well, next storybook cutscene.
That's the. Get ready.
Or now, before Quidditch, there's actually a lot of time. Is there? I only need to do a little refresh.
That was good.
I don't know why the sub-goal never works.
Excellent.
We've done sub-goals before, and they work perfectly. I
Perfect.
think I did that through Twitch. But it's also different because then I counted people who were already subbed.
That
Before.
was good. Excellent. Perfect.
Perfect. It is my style. I do like
Now
it.
fun-
Oh, that's a different counter.
Let's use your. Hit the.
I should focus on the run a little bit here.
Incendio!
But there's just too much happening, and I'm really happy about that. So I want to talk about that.
Excellent, Harry.
What was that joke you told me the other day that had you dying? I don't know. I think I did, like, I told you the One Forest 1 joke, which I did on stream today. But the Backstreet's back, it's just a joke that really works well in written format.
I used to have a puffs game.
Cool story, Ron. Backstreet's back, alright. Like, sometimes I read a joke and I'm like, that's hilarious, and then it's like, yeah, that doesn't work if you say it, though. Also with some puns, which just get weird when you say them. Okay, let me just focus on fire seat skip. This time actually skipping fire seats, unlike next time. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, I'm new here. It is a good song, actually. Become a bit of a meme status, I guess. I hit the button. I ruined it by hitting a button. But what am I doing? I'm terrible today. I don't know. Things were going okay and I just lost it at some point. I blame the heat. Problem is I hit X before I hit pause. So I actually went to do a flipendo. I've never done that. That's a weird way to mess it up, but I'll add that to my list of ways I messed up fire seat skip, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. Still good though. Last time we were behind too, but not by this much.
Follow me, Harry.
Many 90s and Zeros songs have similar meme styles because they're very relatable to the people who grew up hearing those songs. That's true,
This
yeah.
is the entrance to the Quidditch pitch. But first years like us aren't allowed to play.
For everything there is a first. Apparently so.
Here comes Neville.
Yeah,
Malfoy, he ran off on... Please help me. Come on.
it is. Yeah. I wish I could say like, oh, it's actually super easy, Katashi, but no, it was probably the hardest strat I ever learned. And with some strats which are tricky, like say chess skip in HP1 in 1PC, those are optional. But yeah, I think it's 6 minutes that you save with fire seat skip. The upside is the tutorials on it, both Raging Redneck's one and TS1 are actually really good and very in-depth, so it's not impossible though, but it will take some getting used to.
You damaged my... Here.
That one jump in the... Yeah, you said that every time I do that jump, that you think I'm actually being launched out of the tree. Used to really not like glitch runs a lot, but that one kind of convinced me that, yeah, exactly. Honestly, it's one of those things that when you watch them, they're cool. But I can safely say now, if you know exactly how it's done and how difficult it is, it's way cooler to watch. Like, I remember that also when I learned one Game Boy Color, and I was watching Nixo do that run. It's like it's more fun to watch a run when you know exactly what's happening. And when you know where the tricky parts are. For me, that definitely adds to the experience. This game is just fun to watch in general.
Welcome.
Yeah. Exactly, you can appreciate that more. Plus, also you relate to it more. You know, yeah, exactly. You notice the optimizations. You know how tricky some things are, and you can learn more from it too. I guess. Like, one of the things that helped a lot with Peacock is I just watched World Record and I saw how Flo just stood still, like a few steps back from him, and then ran. And instead of going all the way over him, turned around like one tile before him, pretty much. And because he always turns around, that means you get it easier. And the next day when I did runs, it was so much easier.
Here comes a bludger. Here comes the Hufflepuff Seeker.
And honestly, I just love this run. It's really good. Wish I could say I was good at it, but I guess a minute behind is not horrible. Because we have Clody skip. And actually, like I say in my video, Forest was shaky but nothing major, but when I looked at the split, it did up to 20 seconds all that shakiness. So there is definitely time saved in Forest. And I say in the Trials of the Stone I bleed a lot of time, which is true. Or as Kua's sister would say, no lie.
Potter's going for it.
You don't understand much, if nothing at all, about the run. You'll miss the micro details because you won't even know where to look. Exactly. Which is also why it's sometimes hard. Like, the hardest thing about making the script for the video was trying to balance it between explaining every single part of the run and then it gets really boring, or not explaining anything and then it's not going to be fun, and then only the people who speedrun the game can follow. So it's like, what do I explain and in how much detail is that important for the story? Where's the hat? I had it on when I went live, And then during my going live soon, I was already so heated up. That sounds weird. It was so warm that I actually got up and switched clothing.
Come on.
Because I just couldn't. Delicate balance, but you think I did rather well. I appreciate that. I know the best I could do is like discuss with somebody who's like never watched the run, if they found my video understandable. But there are some non-speedrunners as well who said like they liked it, so they could follow. Oh, I definitely think you're all hot. I'm not hiding that, but that's why I can't wear the hat too. You expected the video to not be as good? That's fair, yeah. Exceeding expectations, that's good. But I'm glad you've given it a shot anyway. I can understand, like I'm of course new to it, and I've been talking about the video, and I was afraid that wasn't gonna live up because I feel like I hyped it up a bit. I've talked about the video and the project a lot, so gotta raise the expectation. Yeah, I think I managed to deliver on that video. There are a few parts to it that I say a little bit rough around the edges, but I learned a lot for next time. I know my second part of that series, I'll do a few things slightly different, and it'll be fun. You're not allowed to be hot. Actually, I heard from Miney that in the UK it's actually a bearable temperature right now, like low 20s. Whereas here in the Netherlands it's been 31 pretty much all day. Came out very well. And so did you. Well, I can't deny that that's also true. Came out very well. That's what I heard. Of course, everywhere where you are, it's just a little bit hotter, but...
Potter's going for it! Potter has the snake!
Projects are kind of like that, they're never really finished. You just gotta get to a point where you think it's good. Exactly. You can keep polishing it, but eventually it's not worth it anymore. And it's also some things you notice. I've talked about this with Artsy a lot, because I always show Artsy my video first, and then we talk about it a little bit before I drop it. There's a lot of things that I say, like, oh, I don't like this, and then she says, well, I didn't, as a viewer, I didn't really notice that until you pointed it out. So it's because I hear my own voice line like 8 times while I edit that specific section. I'm really gonna hear when I make a little bit of an error, or like it sounds a little bit off. You're actually gonna hear it then yourself, and maybe casual viewers won't. But when you hear it that yourself, you feel like it's so obvious that everyone watching will be hearing that. It's been 30? Oh. Well, I know from experience that that sucks. Ooh. Yeah, if you over-edit and over-correct everything, then you can over-polish it, definitely. And also, as Grant Kirkhope once famously said, you can't polish a turd. It is a bit tricky, but... And I want to make things, like, as good as I possibly can, and I know I'm, like, new to things and a little bit limited also by the material I have. So I think I've done an okay job.
Excellent! Oh, that was close! Potter takes the lead! Wonderful! A near miss for Potter!
Ah.
Excellent! Wonderful!
No! make the best of it. Yeah, exactly. And I think my first two videos, especially to myself, were above expectations, because it was literally my first time editing like that. I've done a little bit of video editing when I was a bit younger, but I didn't really have much experience. So especially my first two, like, I was personally surprised by, which I think is always good. Did I fuck up? Can't find any sub point. I think if I update this, maybe it'll work. Did I mess up? I thought there was no score on the Hufflepuff one. Oh, because I didn't save, I guess. I was really confused. Thank you, Bobby. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. People have been very kind. Like, I expected, like, a few people from the community would watch it, and a few of the people closer to me would, and that they would think it's pretty okay, but I've been getting a lot of kind words from a lot of you, and that honestly means the world to me. Well, it's obvious you're already learning and growing. Thank you. One thing that definitely helped is that I was forced to switch video editors. Well, video editors as in editing software. I'm still the video editor for everything. I am a one-man crew, so I switched to DaVinci. Yes, my shortcut started freezing already, and that was even without like a 10-hour stream in there. And I was very worried that wouldn't handle the project because of my laptop, but it was mostly just a shortcut. And then I switched to DaVinci Resolve, which is free, so that's good. And even like at the end of the project, when I already had a lot of footage in there, it was like, you want to drop a 10-hour stream in there? Sure. Just 1.5 seconds. It was really fast. Because on the other projects, once I got to the later stages and there was like 8 to 9 minutes of footage in there, edited footage in there already, every edit like kind of froze the program a little bit. And every time I hit undo, it was the worst, and it took like 6 seconds. And DaVinci was actually clean all the way through, so I'm really happy I made that switch. It was once in my bachelor's degree when we had like a small video editing course. Well, actually, it was just one quiet one quiet tech support who explained it, and I was in the back of the class, so I barely heard anything, and I just struggled with that program. That's all I remembered from DaVinci, and I don't know what I struggled with, but I just couldn't get used to it. It was like a school project, which I think I also ended up editing in Shotcut. But yeah, I'm happy I made the switch. It still lags with text effects, which is weird. Automatically generated text effects kind of lagged, which is why there's not that many in, because I couldn't time them properly. So, yeah. But it's a lot better. If you're a noob at video editing, though, you're much better at editing images and music. Oh, you edit music? That's really cool. Like, yeah, I'm really weak in the audio department, I feel. One of the biggest struggles was finding fitting music. I just, for the longest time, didn't know what to pick. I had a vision for the opening, which was based, which I remember from the Chungus video, and the opening intro music, which was Zelda, that just popped in my head and it fitted really well, and the Guile theme from Street Fighter for the montage. But for the rest, I just didn't know what to put in, and I really struggled with that for a long time. Like, what music do I put? In the Doom video, it was just more obvious. I was trying to edit with Sony Vegas since you lost your copy of it. I see. You also want to try it. I could recommend it. It's a good program. It runs very smooth. I did watch like there was like a half-an-hour tutorial that I clicked on, but like within no time you get like what the hotkeys are, and you already know how cutting and splitting clips work. So if you know what the hotkeys for that are, then you can just start. And then for some things which I didn't know how to do in that program, you just quickly Google DaVinci Resolve and what you're trying to do. Usually like a 2 to 3 minute video pops up explaining everything in more detail than it needs. No! My forms are bad today. I'm not in form. Mostly make music, but you can do some basic editing. A friend of yours used to commercially edit raw tracks for rock. Oh, that's awesome! And do you like edit like music for your sister as well? Need to work out the hotkeys and how to add effects when then it's trying to out and look at it. Yeah, exactly.
Be careful.
And just you need to. Every program works a little bit different with what happens when I remove a clip, and how do I put like the other footage to follow up nicely again. Because it's usually like a ripple effect. Like if I delete a clip, does the rest start moving? And one thing I struggled a little bit with is which lines start moving. Because sometimes I wanted to cut a video line, and then the audio started moving. I'm like, that's not what I want. So I usually had most layers that I wasn't actively editing locked. Oh god. She doesn't let you. SMH. Dua Lipa, what doing? I don't know if this run is better or worse. It feels worse, but I think at this point we were also at like around a minute. And we were actively losing time still. No! Concussionless! Oh, I saved it. You missed me? What do you mean you missed me? I'm here. I've been here for a month and a half now. Don't worry, Jamie. I'm not going anywhere unless my laptop explodes. Which, well, you never know. Ah! Doesn't matter at this point, but... For me, hobbies are kind of an on-off thing. You have a few of them and can only focus on two, maybe two. Yes, I see. At a time, I'll take it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's the thing with hobbies, right? They have to be fun. Otherwise, then what are you doing? Which is why I disagree with a lot of people's hardcore grind set for speedrunning. Like, if you do it to a point that you're not having fun anymore, then what's the point? It's not like there's a pot of gold when you get like a 10-second better PB. I think your HP1 run is just too good. I think so too. Which is honestly good. Although I know I can beat that, I think I should just get into the HP1 rhythm. That one I would actually have to grind a little bit, but I think I'd enjoy doing it. And I wouldn't do it in one stream again. No more 10-hour streams. Well, maybe 10-hour streams. 10-hour streams can be fun, but no more painful 10-hour single grinds. Unless I have to for my next project. Video gave you way too much motivation for everything. That's good to hear. You want to run again? Stream and doing videos would also be cool, but oh yeah, trust me, it takes a lot of time. But somebody once said, I don't know, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So the best thing you can always do is just go, just do the thing. You want to do it, just start somewhere. Like you wanted to run HP6, just go live with HP6. Well, you're still on holiday, right? But after that. Certain people made it not fun. Wait, the grind set? Just do it, pretty much. 24 hours. Yeah! Yeah, of course. I would do like a 12-hour stream. I was considering making that like a follow goal someday. But for now, we have our sub goal up. I was considering putting both up, but I just don't have room on the screen for this to begin with. So it'd be like a silent follow goal. But we're actually making our way towards 400 pretty rapidly, considering that we hit 350 not too long ago. We're on 363. No, it hit! I thought it was safe. I was like, am I too close? I'm sorry, Artsy. Straight to the head. That means the curse of not concussionless, so... The concussion curse will mean that we'll fail something stupid this run. I'm actually upset about that. That was like the easiest part too. Ah. Oh. There's like one more spinnable one, right? Well, maybe yes, but not here. For a year with learning a big speedrun like Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time, try to get a good time in 1 month and make a video of it, but you never got yourself to do it. I really do like the concept. I mean, it documents that early part of like learning a speedrun to like actually get an okay time, and I really like that part. Definitely got around to making retro achievements accounts. Proceed to never play any. Oh, I've actually thought about that when I was like into retro collecting, that I would make like achievements for all the games. But that's a thing now, actually, right? That is what that is. So that'd be really cool. Is there any way to verify that? I don't think so, right? It's just like you click that if you have done it. Still get bonus points for that awesome dodge last part. Okay. Very relatable since you, the viewer, kind of would start from the... Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, though. I do need to know something about the run. That's the downside. To know if it's going to work for a video like this. So, but I've only seen runs, so that's good. Just always curious how good you would be on one of the biggest boards where people... Yeah, that's why I'm doing that episode too as well. And it's also just a big game. Wait, wasn't that one shaky? It wasn't? I was sure it was that one. It was just PS1 shaking. Without the illusion. Oh, you need to play online. That's pretty cool. I would do that. Oh, would that be a fun idea to stream? Just some retro achievements? Does it have Contra? I don't know. I mean, it's PS1 for crying out loud. The textures shake all the time. Awesome Dutch wizard card. Is it me? Am I the Dutch wizard card? PS1 doesn't have a proper depth butter. I said depth butter. That's not a thing. Well, it does. PS1 doesn't have depth butter either. But yeah, that's why the textures, I guess. Number 90. Oh.
I must walk.
Create an account, enter your credentials in a supported emulator, then play the game while connected to the internet. That is awesome. Oh, I want to do like Contra achievements, because I miss playing that game on stream. I want to speedrun it again too, but... So I'm assuming a big title like that would be supported on the site. No! Peacock, why? This was actually going to be an insanely good Peacock, and then he just went the other way. Still good though. Yeah, butter. Renee the Flying Dutch. What is he famous for? Sounds hot. Shoot, yes. Well, if any of you would be interested in watching that, I'll definitely consider that. It's fun. Approximates the calculations where the lines would be depth-wise as far as you... Okay. That makes sense.
Excellent.
A lot of Contra. PS1 is shit at maths. Ah, relatable console. Actually, I was pretty good with numbers. But I kind of took, like, the wrong type of math in high school, which was more, like, for the scientific stuff. And I didn't really put in any effort. So I often struggled with it. Like, actual numbers, I'm pretty good with.
Leviosa.
Contra games. Yeah. Even after speedrunning the first one, I tried casually playing the second one, and I couldn't even beat it. Like, I even put in the 30 life code, which I think in that game is like a 20 life code, so what the fuck? I put that in, and I even game over twice, and I think I got 20 lives twice again, and I still didn't beat it. And I speedran the first one. You think that one is hard? Check out fucking Super Contra. Super C it's called, actually. You were good at maths until you stopped giving a shit info. Yeah, roughly the same, I guess. You're saying this couldn't be that wrong? For me it was, yeah, because I had no intention to do anything with sciences or chemistry or anything like that back then. So for me that was definitely the wrong one. But it was like, people talked about that as if it was like the higher form of math, and I've always, in my school achievements, been like, well, if I know I can make it on the higher level, then I might as well give that a shot. So I did like that math, and I passed in the end. But yeah, I didn't care for it, and I wasn't good at it. It has a mode for baking pizza, absolutely. If you remember from the 10-hour stream, I baked pizza and Chef Mike.
Ron and Hermione spent most of their free time
Been pranked by the teachers. My
big.
dick.
That he couldn't keep
But it's also like the only reason I decided to do university after a rough period. I think I can do uni. I could go for one level below as well, but I decided if I can do it, then I might as well try.
Once Norbert had been freed,
It was primarily statistics, yes. Exactly, that would have been so much better for me. I'm usually decent with that, and I find that interesting. But you might not have seen that stream, or was not at least more than a glance. Well, I know a video on YouTube that would prove, that would say something else. Okay, I'm not resetting this chat because, well, I don't want to. But this is not a good run at all. But I'm keeping this in, also for all the gift subs. Which made me realize that I still don't have a proper alert that plays for gift sub. And my bit one broke instantly. What? A YouTube video. If you hit ! new vid, you can see a YouTube video. I am so bad at this today. Just enjoy the run, exactly. You need to reach HP. I do. I really want to do Death Day Skip. I have performed it on stream just because I had that still up when I played, or when I started to stream. But yeah, this will PB anyway, so it's just not that good. And it's fun. I always like doing these types of multi-runs because there are only 2 games and they're like about 3 hours, so not super long. And if the first time you have much time saved, it's gonna make it more fun to run the second time. There wasn't any cooking on the new bit, that's true. But I meant the you not being there a lot part. Notice me. I didn't actually show Chef Mike in action during the video, but I did mention I had pizza. You have a great idea for YouTube. Isn't Chef Mike cooking? You were there, I really appreciate it. At first I thought you were in... I recognized your name, it was from Nixo's chat. At first I thought you were in one PS1 speedrunner. Like, that's why, because that was like around when you started coming to my chat, when I did like the one PS1 stuff. Rah! I brought a frog. And I thought it was because you ran this game too. Just enjoy. I really appreciate that. Played PS1 as a kid. That's a kind of speedrunning.
I see there's some.
Oh shit. Oh my god, I'm terrible. You got stuck in the end, only completed the game as an old. That's fair. Where did you get stuck at, like chess? Because honestly, especially compared to the PC version, this game's chess is hard. And the peacock. I think many children would have gotten stuck on the peacock because it's just damn difficult. Are you doing cooking tips with Chef Mike? What would chat say about that type of YouTube content? I'm afraid they would like it. That's actually what I'm worried about. 2PS1 you did, however, complete when you were 15. Let's go.
Harry was rescued.
Yeah, it's just HP2 is weird. It's just a mini game simulator for most of it.
Firenze explained the unicorn blood had the power to keep someone alive.
I do like 2PS1, but I don't love it, and I really love this
The
one.
hooded figure he'd seen in the clearing was none other than he who must not be named, Lord Voldemort.
That was my one break from mashing that button, and I just mashed it anyway.
Harry.
And if it I've got.
The furthest you got was probably Voldy, actually. The last save you had to always reset from was the one before.
Some,
Oh,
in fact,
okay.
out on the
Yeah, Voldy is a little bit tricky in this one. Because especially in phase 1, it can deal a ton of damage.
out like
Which
a
in the
big
speedrun you
biscuit.
kind of skip. Okay, we saved 4 seconds. It would be like Kevin from The Office US doing his cooking soup. I once started The Office with a friend, but we never continued watching. You need something, do we? Young me was not good at TV. Yeah, no, young me wasn't either.
Was a lady from Stanberry Hollow.
Okay, you just listen to the beautiful singing while I do this.
I had a nice lance that she sat upon.
That maiden from Stoneberry was also your mom. Why do I keep doing that? I told a story about one of my favorite games as a kid, especially to play with friends, 007 Nightfire, James Bond game. And I talked about how one mission you had to decode something, and I had a decoder, which especially if you speak English well, it makes a lot of sense. And I tried everything, and I just even used the right item on that door, but I never figured out how to get past, and it turned out you needed to hold the button down, and then it decodes all 4 numbers. If you just tap the button, it shows 1. I even went as far as to tap it 4 times, put in those 4 exact numbers manually, and it didn't work. And adult me figured out that you just hold down the button. Don't worry, Archie, I'm not falling. 3, 4, 5. Well, the run-up was terrible, but I guess I once again did it. Thank you. Very related. Yeah, Kid Me was not great at figuring things out. I also had Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, and I don't think I figured much out in that either. Zelda games can be really tricky to figure shit out in, so. Artsy Panic. We need Artsy Panic for 70V. Actually, we need Artsy Panic as an artsy sub-emote. So get to it. We can get you to 50 followers, but you need to like stream a few times. And you have to do that part. Where you can have sub-emotes. Yes, follow the artsy gamer. She will stream someday. How does that command work? Is it /shoutout? It's like a Twitch integrated shoutout thing, right?
Great.
Maybe it'll happen. It will. Of Artsy Panic and a Gerbil, oh my god, will be the best emotes on Twitch. So you wouldn't have gotten through some PS1 games if the text frequently asked question guides wouldn't have existed. Yeah, like, well, I grew up for, I'm really old, we grew up for a couple of years without the internet when I was like, until I was, I think, like 10 or 11, so at that point I was a little bit smarter. But I don't think I was often smart enough to realize you can look up everything on the internet. I don't remember, like, the early games looking much up. You'd reschedule your whole life for Artsy stream? Me too. Like, if she says, Renee, from now on I want to stream at, like, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, I think I just retire.
Let's go and give Snap. We'll be in.
I don't know, Artsy is very nice to listen to. A lot of you know that, a lot of you may not. But she was on stream here with me twice when we did Bingo, and my return stream when we did Scriblio. So, you far welcome in. Snack not free indeed, but making it to snack even not freer. I think you was maybe 8 when you got your first computer that had internet. However, it was only a few years after when you actually started. Yeah. Well, I've always used the PC much. We had like a Windows 95, I think. I'm really dating myself here. Yes, I'm an old man. Which I used a lot, which I actually played Harry Potter 1 and 2 on. But yeah, it took a while before we had one with like internet. And the first thing we pretty much did when we had internet is me and my brother played Adventure Quest, which was like, a lot of you may know it was like an in-browser adventure game. Click RPG type thing, so it was fun. Adventure Quest and Dragon Fable. You and a friend had so many Pokemon theories about how to get legendaries because you had no yeah, that's always cool, those stories, or like even like from people who are a bit older than me, what they had like the arcade theories where there was like a switch at the back of the arcade machine to make the Mortal Kombat characters naked. And it's like those type of theories, they could still exist, but they would be pretty quickly debunked on the internet. Because that's the fun part, like theorizing. So have you made? I should try that. I remember my brother not too long ago actually played Dragon Fable for the nostalgia, and he said like it's actually still fun to play. You should give it a shot. So maybe I will. Or that you had a really shitty PC with Windows 98 that you got for free from your dad's co-worker. Still free PC, let's go. Is that for Paint and Solitaire? Tried installing Sims. Oof. Not even SimCity ran. Yeah, it seems like a slightly beat computer. We might have had Windows 98 as well, I don't remember. I think it still took floppy disks. We had internet and still theories because early YouTube was full of videos where they didn't explain. Ah, yeah, that's true. I remember one of the things I looked up early in games, well, a little bit, no, it was still like elementary school, was me and my friend learned how to clone Pokemon in Pokemon Emeralds, and that was a lot of fun. And I had a few of my level 100 Sceptiles and Charizards, and of course they were holding rare candies, which I don't think I even used that much, but I did clone a lot of. How many siblings do you have? I have a one brother. And I guess technically 2 stepsisters, but well, they're in a different age range, so it's not like we grew up together. My brother is older by about 2.5 years. I always wanted to know how to get Arceus, and they just got the flute from the guy. He didn't know that was an event, so he tried for days to get. Oh, that's so rough. Yeah, Pokemon was always tricky. I remember, like, I don't think there are many games in which I ever completed a Pokédex. Because there was always so much you needed to do. And back in the day, like, trading was hard because you needed a link cable. And back in that day, actually having a friend was not the problem, but having a link cable. I did it! I didn't do it! Oh, I thought he was gonna whack me. Oh god, oh god. So he's around your area? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Wait, I don't dare to fall down. That killed me? Let's have a Windows XP machine with a floppy disk tray as a team that you used when you started recording. That's awesome. Silly cable, yeah. And eventually I bought... No, that was actually pretty early, but I bought like Fire Red. And it had like one of those wireless things. But it seemed like nobody I ever met had one of those. So I could still do nothing with it, and I only had one. So I couldn't link up to anybody. But it's 21st of December 1990. Yes, he is also from 1993, but a bit earlier in the year. Okay, well last time we were at a horrendous pace here. This time we're at a pretty poor pace. Actually, pretty bad, but not as bad as last time. We had Leaf Green but had Game Boy Micro, so the wireless adapter wouldn't even fit. Oof. Wasn't the Micro pretty shitty? Like, I had the Advance SP, we had like the Game Boy Color, and then we upgraded to Advance SP. And that was just a joy. It had like a rechargeable battery, it had... The screen was lit up, you could play both your Game Boy Color and your Game Boy Advance games. It was conveniently sized. It was actually a really good system. Windows Music, yeah. I remember with the waveforms. Any of your friends played Pokemon? In like elementary school especially, like there were quite a few people who did. Yeah, you told me about that before, like with the... What was it? Thingamabob. Cinnamon, right? Compared to SP, kinda, it's okay otherwise, but the screen is just... I mean, I guess that's to be expected when you buy a micro version of something. Have lots of fun with that machine, so no regrets, awesome. 25 is cinnamon, 30 is pepper. Did you actually undergo that when you were 25?
Students aren't allowed in here, are they?
Are they? No.
They're a thing. No, no indeed. Dumbledore has ordered that no... And don't... Now be off.
And don't try to sneak past me. I remember you once sent me a video of, like, how they do that. And I think that should legally be considered torture. But, I mean, yay, tradition. I guess. You were lucky you got cinnamon rolls thrown at your face. Okay. That's not too bad. Consider the alternative. Yeah, one friend who played Pokemon with you. And now if you ask him about that, he says he never played Pokemon. SMH. Denying that he's a Pokemon enjoyer.
Well, I see. But we...
Which reminds me, I should do more Pokemon content. Like, Pokemon was like my entire childhood. I was obsessed with Pokemon. And I still like it to this day, and I just don't play Pokemon. You now have friends who play Pokemon? Nice, nice. More Pokemon. Yeah, we've only done Mystery Dungeon, and we've lost our save twice so far. Did I not do any other Pokemon content? I guess not. Pokemon Retro, that would actually be pretty cool. Or like challenge runs or a Nuzlocke. Well, Nuzlocke is a challenge run, I guess, so... I played Blue Rescue Team because that's the one I had as a kid, so it was also nostalgic for me. One time I didn't know that if you don't run the emulator at the head at the time as administrator, it doesn't save your progress. And then the other save is not gone, but it's stuck on the PC that kind of blew up. So I think that hard drive is alive. I missed the jump in Filch again. Always one of these two jumps. They're not even hard jumps. Emerald Nuzlocke. I want to try a Nuzlocke. I'm just afraid of one thing. I'm never good at Pokemon games or like strategy games. I'm definitely that type of guy who just spams his strongest move throughout the entire game. So I'm a bit afraid that it will show up how stupid I really am when I do challenges like that. Oh, you played the one for GBA, so that's Red Rescue Team then, right? It's essentially the same, it's just the DS works a little bit different because touchscreen and stuff. Just like you, let's go. I mean, that's the thing with Pokemon games, that always works. But so I'm curious to see like how well I would do if I would not go for that and actually go with strats. Never had the GBA, only played Darkness on DS and the remake on Switch.
Meanwhile,
I've never played any others, but I feel like the later ones are a bit better. First one is a little bit, here it comes again, rough around the edges with the way it works. And I've seen like Caldeo play, what was it, Explorers of Sky?
Slytherin.
I'm assuming that's roughly the same as Explorers of Darkness, right? Is it? I'm not sure. But that one just looked a lot more user-friendly to play.
Slytherin are in the lead on house points.
That makes you more attractive. Yeah, I think that's the idea. But some GBA Pokemon runs, the strats are pretty... Yeah, Pokemon runs are mad. Like, especially like also the Red and Blue. You just glitch menu. It's like sometimes it's just menu percent. Of Darkness in the Switch remake was okay, a bit too easy except for okay. Yeah, there's some tricky segments in most of the things I've seen from PND and that I remember from Blue. In your case, yes. Oh, it didn't work! I thought for the very first time I got past Fluffy, and somehow I still did. Because he didn't attack me. But I'm not sure what happened there. I realized I was too far away for it to count, but I don't know how I still got fast Fluffy then. Sleep, good doggo. Good boy. Okay, we're on better pace than last time, which is not saying much, but it is true.
I'm so glad we know what it's called. Try not to...
Try. Do or do not. There is no try.
Flipendo. 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 Flipendo.
Oh, that's for Sleepy Doggo. Incendio! No! Can Harry be considered to be a youngling? I'd assume so, yeah. I think you only died once in the Switch story, and then post-game directly got a complete party wipe from a bot. Damn. That's some good balancing. Okay, lost 9 seconds. Incendino.
Good luck, Harry.
One day I'll get good at Incendios, I swear. I don't know if it will be in 2023. Or in this game. I like Incendino. Yes, we need you, Artsy. The only way you can leave here is if you're going to stream yourself. Then I'll allow it. Yay! Well, that means no Artsy stream, so I guess also a little bit not yay, but... No, I missed a ring. It's sad, I missed a ring. No! It's okay, weekend game means strong early game next time. You said you'd be on... Exactly. I will be. I mean, I'm not there, right? So... Your stream is free? Oh no! Come back! Will you be making the hand gestures while playing the Italian plumber? Yes! I lost the run! I don't know, that was one of the more cringy things I've done on stream. Just kidding, I didn't even break the top 10. Don't talk to Hermione. Oh, I forgot to split again. Flying looks so horrible, not as bad as 2 GBA, but that's not possible, it's still horrible. It's shaky. The mechanics work very well, but the control is awkward. Especially when steering. You can always out-cringe yourself. That's what I'm here for. If I had already reached cringe maximum, I could just stop streaming. I'd be done. And when you are cringing to sleep, the 50 cringes stream moments montage will start playing. I wish I had that montage. I want to do highlight videos, but I like never remember. Sometimes I think like, oh, this was a good part, or I do something very well, or something just goes weird or funny. And like I should include this in a compilation if I make one. But then after stream, like 4 hours later, I don't remember that exact thing anymore. So I'd have to like write down when funny stuff happens in my stream. Just kind of cringe. You see me every now and then. I said something funny. Or like, I lost the run here to being stupid. The best of 2023 would be cool. I don't think it's viable. Actually, that's a good YouTube video though. I just don't know what to put in it. I have to rewatch all my streams, so it'll take me hours and hours and hours. You're boomer enough to not have bothered to learn how the clipping on Twitch works. Not clipping. It's not difficult. Not that you're even that old. May I ask how old you are? You don't have to share, of course. Just curious. I mean, you must be roughly close to my age, like 20 plus. 20, yeah, that's very close to my age. I'm 27, yeah. Because of the old PC, I'm like, we can't be super far apart. Oh no, what do you mean, oh no? Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Another 26-year-old. 26 was such a good age, I remember, nah. You know what was the best age? 18. I remember being 18 and having fun. I mean, I'm having fun now. And it was different, I mean. You don't? You don't remember or you didn't have fun? Or both? Well, if you don't remember, you can't say you didn't have fun.
Oh no! Hang on.
Oh no, it's waking up! Remember being 18 though, you
Tell me
just
if
didn't
it's
have... Aw, sad. I peaked early. That's even worse.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
19 was the best, yeah. Like, late teens for me. Well, 19 was where things started going a little bit off the rail, but 19 was okay. 19, I moved to another country, and I had a lot of fun there. Didn't progress my life very much, but I ruined my liver a little bit, so that's also important.
Wingardium Leviosa.
28 was rough because you met this Sashi Dutch streamer. Yeah, been there. But there's good therapy that covers that. There's actually a specific form of therapy specifically for that.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, we did it.
Alahomora.
Current age is the best in your life. Let's go, that's awesome to hear. I love a bit of positivity in chat, although the negativity is more relatable.
Looks like you'll have to. Did you see this?
Still trying to lay to yourself that the best is still in the future? It might be. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I think that's like a common misconception that your young years are the best years of your life, while for a lot of people that's just not the case, and I know for myself that that's the cause of a lot of stress and bad feelings, just because you feel like this is my prime, I should be having the best time of my life. And I think that's just very toxic. Some people have the best time of their life when they're 70. It's because everybody wants something different out of life. 19 for us was cool. Ooh. Yeah, that's not fun. Can't see the future, so you won't know. Exactly. Might be amazing in a few years. Might be amazing starting tomorrow. You never know.
I wonder you're far too in.
Okay, that's the good frame. One, two, three, four. We will not be beating PB, but that was a big time save. Everyone's prime is a different time. Exactly, yeah. Different time in your life. And yeah, I've been practicing it, and one thing that went wrong a few times while grinding is there's 2 frames you can get, and one of them I only know what to do with. So if I get the other one, I just didn't know. But now I do. It wasn't necessary. It just went well with the other frame. But so, happy about that. Chuffed to bits with that.
Flipendo.
2,
Flipendo.
3,
Flipendo.
4,
Flipendo.
5,
Flipendo.
6.
Flipendo. Flipendo. Flipendo.
And we get perfect fast foldy. Oh wow, we're further behind than I thought. With that Chloe skip would actually be in an okay pace again, like sub 120 maybe even. But no. Past Renee was zooming, yeah. After 8.5 hours that I started that run. Mental. I honestly still don't know how that happened, but mean, I guess this was a pretty poor run, but especially like the first 3/4 of it. Yeah, volley takes a while. Especially this phase. It's about to be over though. More energy, chats. More energy. Sensual quarrel time. I read that. No, how did that miss? I hit the button. What the fuck? Spam too much energy. My dick. A 120.55 is honestly not bad. I'm going to turn the power off first and go to the Chamber of Secrets with a fresh boot. Thank you, Winter. Whoa, attracting a mate. Monka W. Thanks for the G's. Appreciate it. I once again put like a minute of transition, but I think it might be too short. I don't remember what it was in No Major Skips, but it's obviously gonna be the same here. You only have to show the settings after the duo. I showed it, yes, I think so, but I showed it at the beginning of HP1 too. So if I would have to submit only my HP1 because it would PB, then I could do that too. So it should always be valid. Very smart. Start game. But thank you for notifying me of that. Because that is very useful. Oh, it's actually 52 seconds the transition took me. That's fine.
Harry Potter's first
I should
year
probably
at
like
Hogwarts
refresh
School of
this
Witchcraft
because
and
this is
Wizardry was
lukewarm now.
very eventful indeed. Along with his friends Ron Weasley and Hermione
Thanks for the G's.
Granger, Harry had
I'll be back in a
managed to
second.
defeat Lord Voldemort, the greatest dark sorcerer of all time. But now Harry was back at number 4 Privet Drive. He was often locked in his room, and even though he was a wizard, he couldn't escape because he wasn't allowed to use magic. Then, one evening towards the end of the summer holidays, a house elf named Dobby appeared. Dobby warned Harry not to return to Hogwarts.
Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts. If Harry Potter goes back, he will be in mortal danger. There is a plot, Harry Potter, a plot to make most terrible things happen.
Dobby disappeared, and shortly after, Ron Weasley and his brothers Fred and George arrived in a flying Ford Anglia to rescue Harry from his prison. Harry told them all about Dobby's warning.
Very fishy. I reckon old Dobby was sent as someone's idea of a joke. Can you think of anyone at school with a grudge against you?
Draco Malfoy.
Eventually, they landed at Ron's house, the Burrow.
Touchdown!
Ron's mother, Molly Weasley, marched across the yard and came to a halt in front of them. She didn't look pleased.
Bed's empty, no note, car gone. Out of my mind with worry.
It seemed to go on for hours, and Mrs. Weasley had shouted herself hoarse before she turned to Harry.
Very pleased to see you, Harry dear. Ronald Weasley, I thought I asked you to stop that fool from making such a racket.
my stream no
He's
work.
still dropping pipes over the attic floor.
I want to type something in chat, but because of the cursed position I have my split keys on, I probably
And
shouldn't.
they did.
Oh no, it disconnected. Wait, then how are you still typing in chat? That's confusing. The witch, what doing? Maybe the chat only. I don't know.
Thanks, Harry. Come
It's
on, Harry.
weird. She said earlier chat's working but stream is gone. Now she says it's disconnected completely.
Sing.
But she is still putting that in chat. I don't know. Twitch weird.
That's it, Harry. Now the other one. Oh,
Was
dear.
like that.
Watch
I
me.
don't know. Yesterday it was already weird. What is Twitch doing? Chat is right only modes. Okay.
Okay.
So you can write but you can't see anything? Then that's weird. We're getting pranked. I don't know, I haven't changed anything. And I don't think either of my mods has.
Right. Use your direction. Right.
I meant to do something about that sub goal. Updating that. I don't know, I think maybe a refresh might work. But no, it can't. Wait, no, might be actually a disconnected sub goal and somehow be under the rules of the old sub goal because I made a new one which should count. Why is this hard? Just do it later.
Nice work.
Yes,
Much
cut jump.
wiser. Now I need you boys to denome the garden for me.
The
Go for
garden.
Mr. Weasley. He's by the shed messing about with non-magical junk.
Ew, non-magical junk. See, we're already saving time.
Right.
Rip 2.
Dad leaves his junk
No Rip 2
everywhere.
in this.
It drives Mum mad.
No tickling
Try
snails in
smashing
this
these
game.
barrels with a full-
You have the mute, that's true.
Hey, look! Ginny's over by the Puffs game patch. Why don't you go and chat to her? She's been a bit shy lately.
I wonder why too. Maybe she just really likes puffskins.
Hello, Harry. Pleased to meet you. Guide the Puffs game. If you guide the Puffs, whenever you get a wizard card, it is put. There are two
People card.
types of famous witch.
By the way, Winter, I don't think we'll be able to do the what's it called? What's it called now? Ignatia Wildsmith People card Pentafecta today. Because I calculated how long it would be and I think it'll be like 3.5 hours. And I wanted to do both and like finish at like 1 AM, but because we had to reset, I don't think it's gonna happen. Yo, Weasley, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for the good luck.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah, I've done the math. I've looked up where it is in every game, and I made a rough estimate. And
Wingardium Leviosa!
yeah, but that's because like you requested trifecta, right? And I made it pentafecta, adding quite a bit of time. Because in HP1, she's actually the reward for Ringott's Knut, doing that perfectly on gems. And in HP2, she's not that far in. She's actually the first card you buy from Fred and George. But you do have to collect 50 beans. Free upgrade, yeah. Just because I like the concept and because I'm enjoying doing PS1 content.
Time to put. Mum wants us to. Once you.
Mash, 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 mash. Oh, I'm actually mashing. No!
Press the triangle button as well.
I was actually adjusting my fan here to the side a little bit, and I actually didn't stop mashing. Whoopsie daisy.
Try it.
Try again. Try.
Don't worry.
I haven't played a Harry Potter game in 1 week. And is that a positive or a negative experience? Because sometimes some detoxing could be really good, but
Try it.
sometimes you could miss it. Negative for speedrun.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you're not gonna PB much if you don't run, that's true. But if it's good for the mental health, then it's worth it. What? Split? Gold? After missing an...
Hello there.
Oh,
Don't.
is this? Of course it's safe.
Of course it's safe. Nobody has died to this in like 6 days. They're so proud of like every area. They show it incredibly slowly.
Okay?
We're training like crazy on the Zelda randomizer for the next tournament. Oh, there's tournaments involved. Yeah, that would be awesome. You'd have to notify me when you're gonna play in the tournament, or in a tournament. So I definitely want to watch that.
Nice work.
But I'm assuming you get like the same things, right? Because it wouldn't be fair if one person got something very difficult and the other got something easy.
That's terrific stuff.
Game is a bit loud.
Get ready. Jewel.
Fuck.
And the Duke
After
gets
the
underway,
duel.
with Fred getting quickly into his rhythm.
I'll fix it after this fight. Thank
He's
you.
really holding his own.
I'm either super good at dueling or super terrible. There's never a middle ground. And it changes per round, actually.
Come on, Harry.
Although this time I've been consistently terrible for 2 in a row.
Expelliarmus.
I don't know why HP2 is that much louder, but it is. You read news of an HP4 tourney? Is it announced yet? I remember somebody saying that something was announced, but I didn't get an ad.
Get ready.
So,
Jewel.
Nice work.
for S7 from Ocarina of Time... Wait, what does that mean? What does S7 and S5 mean?
Nice stuff there.
How did that do so much damage to him? I mean, I'm not complaining, but it is weird.
Jewel.
There we go.
From Pato. Weasley's got his work cut out now.
Critical hit, I guess.
Great work there.
Nice crit. But sometimes like a very lowly charged charge just works. And I don't know how. Okay, a lot of time lost there. By the way, do we know if like the HP4, if it's announced, do we know if it's co-op or a single player?
Wow, look.
Is the artsy gamer back? No, I do not want to duel again. Okay, 26 seconds gone.
We need to find Jin.
With the Quake announcer voice.
By the way, if you find you'll get.
I don't know that one. But, I mean, knowing Quake, it's probably pretty hyped and epic and over the top. Is the artsy really back? Let's go. Ever played Counter-Strike? So no. I'm not that much into shooters. The only thing I've played much of is like the Doom series. And I guess Nightfire was a FPS. James Bond games and Doom. That I did play. There's actually some really good James Bond games. I'm not even the biggest James Bond fan of like the movies. I haven't seen that many, but there's some really good games about them movies. Getting hit by a big storm, so that might... Oh, please stay safe. Yeah, I hope it blows over, quite literally. Played the new. I have played Doom 2016 all the way through. But Doom Eternal, my PC, I didn't think it could handle it, so I haven't played it. But my brother is a hardcore Doom fan, so I played it at his on his laptop for a bit, and it's brilliant. Bro, the Eternal one, the Doom 2016 one got a little bit repetitive, but Eternal, it was so good. You've played Nightfire, Jack? We should play Nightfire sometime. I have it on Xbox. We can play that. Like, that's like half my childhood, just with friends playing the multiplayer of Nightfire. Should probably not take too much damage because I'm bad at Incendio. Played Doom 2016 on the hardest non-permadeath difficulty. That was a bit... Yeah. I mean, that game was difficult. Last time you touched HP2 GameCube was to make an ultra-fast tutorial for Incendio Skip to Nixo. Did he get it at least? I saw that you were tutoring him live a bit when he was doing that run. Yeah, Doom 2016 was good but repetitive. Of course I didn't play, as I said, Doom Eternal all the way through, but from what I could tell it wasn't... it was better. And it didn't have the problem of being repetitive. I've recently replayed Doom 3 for the first time, I think, since I was, like, very young. And it was not that great, honestly. Doom 3, just, like, after, like, a decade of no Doom games, they just decided to do something completely different. And it wasn't a bad game, but it just didn't quite feel as Doomy. They wanted to make more survivor horror. Whereas Doom is an action game more than it is a horror game. It was still pretty cool though. Friend played Eternal but was very frustrated with one of the enemies that you can't just hit normally. Oh yeah, there are some frustrating enemies. There's definitely a lot of skill involved in that one too.
Thank goodness you can.
Yeah, I'm not good with like weapon switching. I'm that guy who like prefers to use the shotgun on like every single enemy. If you were, I don't think you were there yet, but for my Doom 2 playthrough, you see that I just like using one weapon that I'm comfortable with. Okay, the easiest skip in the game. Ooh.
We made it!
We made it! Okay. Wait. I ran out of the cutscene there. I hope that doesn't fuck things up. Because I think that the portrait always stays locked. You cannot re-enter the Gryffindor common room. So if this messed it up, I think it's over. I think we literally can't finish anymore. We kind of hard-locked the game. Game 3 was a horror when you had to switch from flashlights. Yeah, that was really... The game's so much darker than I remember.
We'd better get to
The common room? No, I think it's over. I think the run is dead. She had a bit of a problem with some boss on the hardest difficulty. Yeah. No? No, no, it's alive! It's alive! False alarm, we're going to herbology. Which means we did a cutscene skip that was optimal.
It's Hub.
I really thought it was over, but apparently not. Maybe kindness, maybe. She kind of looks like that in one PS1. Actually, no, not in one. Yeah, a little bit in one PC. She definitely doesn't look like the actress from the movie. accidental times. Yeah, just fleeing a cutscene. Although I watched another one. I'm honestly not sure. By the way, remember when I just kind of left the cutscene in Goyle, and I was like, maybe this time there's on the speedrun.com there's a full report on somebody who tried that out and tried everything to save time with it and couldn't do it. So yeah, not only was it known, and then I assumed it wouldn't save time, but yeah, it's been thoroughly tested. One day we'll find a Renee skip though. Where you skip... No, when you skip discovered by me. I want to have a strat named after me. It's my only goal in this speedrun community. You think I'm playing badly when I run into walls. I'm actually trying to find my own strat. What was that? 38? Okay, good enough. And we have some health for herbology.
Well done. Here is the...
And I got the race cup. Flipendo. Ah, all because of that cutscene skip. See that goal, chat? Harry actual on a pedestal here.
I'm Professor. Please be... And watch my complete... Get ready.
I'm ready. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
But minigame works very different here.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Keep trying.
Not the one I was expecting, I'm sorry. She's still very kind though.
Perfect. Perfect.
Like there was actually somebody, I once watched a video that had critique of the scene in HP2 where Neville falls over and she's like, ah, just let him lie there. Because it goes against like how she is Neville's favorite teacher.
Not good.
And actually helps him to get out of his comfort zone and like teaches him a lot and brings his passion for herbology. So that teacher would say that would be is kind of a weird move. Lovely shade of diarrhea yellow. Wait.
Mr. Potter.
Yes. I don't know which one, but yes. So yeah, they said it doesn't make sense that she would say like, oh, let him lie there. It's fine. I don't care.
Welcome to... This is a mandrake. Its cry is very dangerous.
Yes, and its character model was very disturbing, but well, so is yours, so... I guess so is mine. I do have earmuffs now. They like that, so they reused it for both Diagon Alley segment and this one.
What? Speak up, Hermione!
Speak up, Hermione!
Look! That mandrake's being attacked by those giant slugs!
I don't see how that's my problem.
Good luck.
Works for the dynamic. I always thought it was hilarious.
Incendio!
I love that part, but... It's not very kind for her teacher to just say the student faints in your lesson and you'll just be like, ah, fuck that. I mean, yes, but that's the thing. He didn't have to pass out even. It doesn't add anything to the story to begin with, so... Because yes, the tone would definitely be different, but that event didn't have to take place for the story to be understandable. So it's only there for comic relief, which wasn't necessary. And once again, I like that scene a lot. It always made me laugh. Just leave him there. Neville's still a weakling. I guess.
Wingardium Leviosa!
I mean, did we need that established after he hung from his ears with the pixies? I don't think there would be anybody... Yeah, it was just funny. And I mean, it's not a big deal, but like, that's just something I once heard. That they didn't think that was a great idea. But yeah, Neville getting hurt is just always funny. Easy comedy value. Look at Neville's face in this game. That boy was meant to be alive. He kind of was. Which is why it's cool that he does in movie 7, but I won't spoil it. Also, I'm seeing now in this lighting, I really look pale. Maybe I should change that. I do like my lighting, how I set this up.
Well done. There are still more. 25 house points.
Wait, this was not even where I died last time, is it? I mean, this was last time, but that run didn't PB. That's not what I'm comparing against.
You can keep trying
Weird.
to beat the school record for the herbology
An interesting viewpoint, but it's really a thing that you'd have to be really, really into HP to even notice it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think they argued it ruined the movie or anything. It's literally like a detail thing. Read the books multiple times and watched the movies countless times, but maybe you just don't care enough. Maybe it's not as explicit and it's more an interpretation because he likes herbology so much. But as far as I know, he is, like, in his herbology studies inspired by his professor. I don't know how I golded by 40 seconds. I mean, I'm notoriously bad at herbology, and this time it went well, but 40 seconds? Most difficult cutscene skip done. Maybe I just put in so, because these splits I put in by hand, the HP1 ones. Did you feign in a class like Neville? There we go, there we have our explanation.
This broom won't let steer left and right to fly between the poles and use the X button. Get set.
I like how you can skip the countdown. Like, I'm ready, dude. You don't need to count me down. I'm just ready.
That's it, Harry.
The menuing in this is always a bit awkward. Because on the first one I have to spam because it's automatically on the right one, and then it's on the wrong room, and then it's automatically on if I want to continue practice.
For that performance, you've earned your gold wings and 25 heist points for Gryffindor.
Heist points. Well, mouse, mice. So, house, heist. So that's why he says heist.
Some people prefer.
Okay, so I do not want to try them again. And then I want to switch to this broom, and then I want to skip this, and then I want to go to yes. Okay. That was fast.
Hey, Harry, I don't know. Yeah, what? That's true. How about here? Remember how? And look, right.
And look!
Get ready!
Dwell!
Try moving more. Footwork's really important in dueling. Round 1.
Oh no, I lost round 1. I don't know why this dueling segment is here to begin with. I guess it's to explain founder duels. It's a bit odd. Because him eating slugs, it like famously happens after Quidditch. Ah.
Try moving more. Footwork's really.
It's possible that this is a wrong split, but still. I should split here. So we're actually pulling the run a bit back because I think I might be roughly correct.
Very latest model. Oh, at least no. You'll pay for that, Malfoy. Ron.
Ah, Ronald Weasel.
Ron. Follow.
When everything in this run is gold, but you're still behind. We'll see green this run, chat, don't worry. Actually, will we? Yeah, because then we'd have to, like, be ahead and then lose time. Otherwise, if we save time, we gold. Because I didn't put my golds from HP2 in. Because I was working hard on the splits and I was tired and I needed to go like, okay? Don't bully me. Blah. I wonder if most of the devs making licensed games were just secretly wishing they could be working on something they actually care about. For a lot of them, yeah. I mean, from what I always hear about the gaming industry, like, these types of projects are always, like, low budget, and well, not a lot of time, so I guess they're not the most fun to work on. But I feel from what I've heard from HP developers, they do have, like, passion for the story world. I guess it depends if you're into the IP or not. Oh! That was on purpose because we need to lower our health for pixies. We need the pixies to kill us. Probably not the best bush to pick for that, but it did damage. So early games aren't even too bad in that regard, but the later ones especially... Yeah, like the later ones, one of the things that makes these ones so much better is that they don't follow the story all that well. Like, the later ones are just like, put all the things from the movie in the game, and that's it. And in this one, like, they follow the movie poorly, or the book in some cases even, because they chose to add gameplay elements, like going into spell challenges. And I think that's a major difference. Because adapting a movie into a game, it hardly ever is compatible. Oh wait, I have 5 in. Oops.
Well done.
Have you played what HP1 PS1 games casually? Yes, I have played both casually.
How are you feeling, Ron?
Because I do own a PlayStation 2 and 1 with these games.
Ron.
Yeah, and I enjoyed them casually. Both of them are incredibly frustrating to handle. We all know why, because gnome throwing and gringotts.
Do we have really? Oh, Ron.
Well, Ron.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Ron.
Because if you consider how, and soon you will, I won't be spoiling too much, but how poorly these games follow the story, it's made for the fans because they just want to play. You think it's worth playing them, never play them because you had no PS1, and you're thinking about doing some casual, yes, absolutely. If there's any HP games I recommend, it's the PC Trilogy, and especially HP1 PS1. I definitely recommend it. It's fun casually, and it's a fun run. If you like if you're playing it and you're like, I could learn this run, you should. This is one I could recommend. And 2 6th gen is okay too, from what I remember. That, I don't know, that one just, I played it at least once 100%, and I think I played through it a full time as well before as well. I don't know if that was on though. But I just don't remember it well. It just doesn't stick with me as much. So I guess that's also a testament to it not being awesome. It's a good game. 3 6 gen, I don't remember much of it. I should play that. I have that on Xbox. I don't know how well it runs on my 360 because I don't have my Xbox here. But yeah, I should replay that. The next Harry Potter speedrun I learned would be 1 6th gen though, which is probably the worst of the 3. But I want to do a one single year at some point, and I have no 4 or 5 of the 5 runs, just 6 gen. Oh god, I forgot you have to grab a couple of these. 6 gen you played 2 a lot, and 3 and you never came past it. Sad dick about stupid trolls. Some people like 5, but you found it really yeah. I think it was 5 or 6. Actually, it might have been 5 or 6 DS, but I was playing a lot, and at some point it dawned on me that the only reason I'm having a little bit of fun with it is because it's Harry Potter. Like, 5 is really like, they made a really nice Hogwarts. I think that somebody described it as that, I don't remember who, but it sums it up well. They made a really nice Hogwarts, they just forgot to put anything interesting in it.
Quite excellent.
You want to learn one PS1, but now HP4 Tony's also here, you probably signed up. Ooh. I would sign up for that too. I'd have to relearn HP4 though. And like, brush up on the new strats, because there's a lot of new stuff and some of it's really tricky. I tried Rockrite when I did, well, just randomly when I did all vanishing cards, because you don't actually do it there.
Hello, class. Today,
It was tricky. Never played anything with control. Interesting.
Perfection.
I like controller. Controller's chill. I'm just sitting back in my chair right now. The Hogwarts would probably be fun enough for super fun. After playing 2 or 3 on PS2 and 5 after then 5. Yeah. It just fails in comparison. Well,
Splendid.
yeah, I'm not sure how that went. But dear. Oh, first, yeah. I mean, 5 and 6 aren't horrible casually. It's just not worth bragging about.
Splendid. Very stylish.
I was on 6th place when you last time played, and now you're 11th and 10 minutes behind. Yeah, that run has gone crazy. Like, Blaze has found a lot, and Humans found a lot. And that's actually cool, because I feel like the run isn't horrible, but there's just not that much interesting to it, and there's more and more interesting parts in it now. It's a really bad game, but honestly not a horrendous run.
No harm can be.
Should replay that.
Fresh. Don't worry. Well.
Looks like look. I'll take care. When a pixie's petrificate, you can only levitate.
Wingar.
Steer the. Simple, isn't Professor? Okay.
Oh yeah, the rare instance where he spawns behind you, which happens like at least a third of the time, probably more. Really bad game, but fun game, except crashes. I don't know, I always say it's a fun run, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I hate this level. Oh, and then the next level, oh, I hate that level too. I hate the story missions, they're just too long. That's why it's cool that Rockrite skips the worst one of like herbology. It skips like all the worst parts of that. Kill me! Oh no! Lockhart has a proper shit-eating grin in this. I know, right? He's perfect. Yeah, you can stand on a rock and then lift it up with Wingardium, and you get a side shield that you're not supposed to be able to get during the main story. And because you got a shield, then it ends the level, and you can replay it in free play for the rest of the shields. So it's actually not possible in Hundo where all shields, but because you can never get the story one again.
It will be.
You do still like do the annoying Lily part through with the moss, but like the last part where you have to go up the tower, which is the worst part in my opinion, you don't do, and like the one where you pull down the bridges before that, you don't do anymore. But it is a really tricky strat, and I couldn't quite get it, so I want for it to be fun really badly, but then remember that it's actually yeah. I guess that's also some of it. I want to be able to enjoy this run because it's like more content, and then it's like, oh, all these story missions suck. Maybe one day AI is powerful enough to make HP3 for PS1. I once heard, but only mentioned once, like a project that somebody was doing that, but now I don't know if that was real or if that's something I misheard. Because I would love to see
Gryffindor.
animagus transformations in PS1 style. Yeah, Moss Tower's the worst. And then going down that again through the stupid flames. Quite interesting how he read out message but skipped the last word. Wait, I skipped the last word? Do I? Maybe I start responding too early. I'm like reading it and then I get the gist of the sentence, so I just start responding. And Bugbeak would be great. Sometimes the messages are long, but you'll know what streamer is responding to. I hope so. I mean, I always enjoy my streams way more when there's chat on, but sometimes it can be a bit tricky while speedrunning. But I think I generally do an okay job.
Wow! Harry Potter! I'm in Griffin. Everyone.
He's in Gryffindor too.
Have that lightning. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's lovely. Let me leave. To the dungeons.
I have this way.
Hi, Ron. Bye, Ron. Fan-made version of Bloodborne in PS1 style. That sounds interesting. It's not the full game though, but it looks really cool. Okay. I really wish they'd do 3 PS1. Could you imagine running a PS1 Trifecta? I could. But this cutscene has to be that long. Wait, we lost 25 seconds? How did we lose time?
Can you believe? Come on, Rob. No problem.
We died pretty quickly in Defense Against the Dark Arts. We entered it pretty smoothly. Okay, it is time. I do no longer have my notes up, but I'm gonna hope that I just don't need them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, I fucked it up. Never mind. I can't believe I fucked that up. It's the easiest part too. Wait until he stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2. This should work, right? Okay, yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. And pause. Aim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, one more. Oh, one more to the left. And that should work, right? See? I can already imagine the funny bus in the beginning being a mini game. Oh, that would be awesome, actually. That's a great idea. All the new characters would be brilliant. Yo, confusing welcome. I've been waiting for you all night because I turned my stream up a bit, and I hope it shows up. It's just knowing the amount of numbers, Katashi. Once you know how to pause buffer, like I already knew from one PS1, so I just opened the tutorial and it was like 10 right, 6 up left, 2 up left, and it's like, well, fine, I'll just do that. And if you need it, you can put notes on screen or in your splits. Yo, Wiggy, welcome in. How's it going? Why are you not saving skips? What do you mean saving skips? What do we mean?
Peeves,
I wonder what pace I'm on now, because like my runs yesterday didn't go for the trick because I didn't have time to learn it. I probably would have, because in hindsight I learned it in like 10 to 15 minutes. Probably would have been faster if I just, well, didn't try as many times. But now I know like the numbers by heart. Yeah, I'm sometimes stupid and I forget that I'm supposed to split, so I just kind of skip split. Because if I then split anyway, it's gonna get the wrong time, and the next split is gonna gold, because half of the segment is counted with the wrong split. Busy slaying D, that's always good. Is that a Doom reference? Skip looks way harder than Fire Seed Skip, even though you've heard that's actually not all that much. No, I'd say this one is a lot easier. And the reason why is because your timing doesn't matter. If you're super slow on the pause buffers and letting go, it really doesn't matter. And in Fire Seed Skip, there are certain parts where you have to let go while you grab the ledge, or you hold the flipendo, or while holding the flipendo you go up and up right. If you have to be fast on that, and with these pause buffers you can pretty much do them as slow as you want. Why didn't you bring a present like Ron? How rude can you be? Because I skipped everything, Redthorn. Also, welcome in. I do skips because I'm a cool speedrunner.
And Harry was sure it was moving.
It was
away,
Neo?
moving upwards.
Neopets?
He began to run, his stomach lurching. Something was shining on the wall ahead. Harry approached slowly, squinting through the darkness. Mrs. Norris, Filch's cat, was hanging by her tail from a torch bracket. She was as stiff as a board.
Oh wow, this cutscene is long, but it's not 2 minutes, so I think as of now we're officially ahead.
Harry shuddered.
Neopets. Neo for pet, let's go.
Secrets has been opened.
Are there also dumb YOLO stats that World Record does instead of pause buffer? There is one where you don't pause buffer it, where you set yourself up on the potion in the middle. And then it's actually not that incredibly difficult. I got that first try, but like the tries after not as much. But I don't know if it's even much faster, because you still need to position yourself very precisely. I mean, I guess like if you jump from the right pixel you could YOLO it. I'm not sure what flow does, but I don't think so. It's not super slow to pause buffer, especially if you're decent at pause buffering. Yeah, a hit.
I'm sure that Draco. I think you. Polly.
What?
To make the.
A what?
Okay.
We're ahead confusing.
You two had better get to potions class. When I find a place to prepare the polyjuice potion, I'll send Hedwig.
And keep in mind we have 4 minutes to chamber. By just not dying, even if we make a potion in the middle, which would take like 30 seconds, maybe a bit more. We'd still... Silence! Sorry, Snape. I like that he does that when it's silent, but I'm usually still blabbing. So I guess it's targeted at me. But I'm also not being silent, so it's not working very well. Where is the hat? Well, I put on the hat and the shirt, but it was so incredibly warm, even while I was still on the starting going live soon screen, that I just switched. I just got up. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. It's too hot.
Good enough.
And not hot in the good way.
Remember, class
So yeah, I quickly changed.
Hello there.
Fixed my hair from the hat. Is it still? It's still incredibly hot.
Oh yeah.
It's like the warm air in my room just can't go anywhere unless I like open all the doors. But then everyone can see me, even from outside, can see me sit there streaming, which I find awkward. So yeah, it is still very warm. But after stream, I'll just open everything and it'll create a bit of a breeze and it'll cool off enough for me to sleep. And then tomorrow it'll be hot again.
Don't worry about.
I did again. I kept mashing. They can still... Yeah. Yeah, I mean they can, but it's weird like when somebody walks by on the street that they just see me talking to my screen. I don't know. I do have a window open, so they can still hear me. which I'm okay with. But
Don't worry.
yeah, the rest I'm all closed off. Sleep, what is that? It's when you close your eyes and then don't know where you went for like 8 to 10 hours. Yo, Luna, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sounds like they brought. Honestly, yes. I should. But that I'd definitely be too introverted for. Those were wild times. Yes, sleep. That were a dreadful score. Well done, Harry. 8 to 10 hours, if only. It differs. It differs per person and per night, usually. You're really stupid. You finally understood why you couldn't switch your Xbox to HDD. Okay, and why is that? I mean, I don't know anything about HDD, but... Sleep is what happens after 50 most embarrassing moments of your life compilation. Screening number 200. Pretty much, yeah. Since Fall Guys disappeared for the second time today while playing, you honest. No, it's fun though. I was considering doing some Fall Guys on stream just with people, but then we played bingo for so long that was the whole stream.
It's heading for the stands. Amazing! I've lost sight.
Amazing! I've lost sight of them. Well, whatever you like, Lee. I hate this segment. A lot, by the way. Yesterday it went really well, so I'm probably gonna lose a lot of time to this now. Because I'm comparing to an actual good time, and it's not going too hot to start. Bro, get closer! What the fuck? Why am I not getting closer? I can't push the button down harder. Yes, thanks. Yes. You format your USB stick every time. You really shouldn't do it. Okay. Well, I'm glad you fixed it at least. Oh, I hate this segment so. This is the worst segment in the Duofecta, by far. Worse than Gringotts, worse than Gnome Troll. Just because you can... They're easy in any percent, I guess. This snitch also does not drop enough rings. And he drops them at like the worst places. Like here. And like this one. I hardly ever get this one, but now I'm so far desynced that he doesn't spawn it. Also okay. No, I mean this one. Got it. And then this is horrible, but we get lucky. Sounds like Fall Guys is being the Fall Guy cow. Worst part is that thing only did that when you were doing well. It just cheats. The game fucking cheats. It's like Luna's doing well. Not anymore. We pulled the plug. Conspiracy. Absolutely, yeah. Depends on if it's a deep format or just a quick format. Are we still talking about HDD, or is there sus talk going on in my chat? Sounds like the interns do the updates now. Shade has been thrown. Should stop mashing the button. What I should do...
Well, that can sometimes
click
happen.
this.
So, Harry, just toddle up to the hospital wing. Madame Pomfrey will be able to tidy you up a bit.
The next moment, Dumbledore and McGonagall were backing into the room, carrying what looked like a statue. Together, they heaved it onto a bed.
They heaved him up and away they went. Way me calling Privy.
It was about time he collected together the ingredients for the polyjuice potion.
As soon as your arm is better, I think you should go to Diagon Alley.
It was half.
No, what the fuck? Actually, the sub goal didn't update with all the gifts up. So now it works when people sub, when people resub, when people gift sub to somebody who wasn't subbed before, But not when people give the sub to somebody who was at some time sub before. My dick. If Luna's in the lead, the game will run at 7 FPS. Patch note 21. Adam prompt free Giga chat, absolutely. They forgot they could use levitate. I always forget that. That's a lot of things, like there's always like a magical option that would have been easier. But I guess like they needed some drama. Maybe they thought it was cruel to have him just a petrified body floating in front of them or behind them.
Harry, I found the... Nice. Oh, I am... Malfoy. Alright.
Hagrid going drinking again? Of course. It's what he does. Said it today in Nixos. He may be a broken drunk, but he's our broken drunk.
I'll give...
At least the other minigame is better than the PS1 one. Or the HP1 one. It's always weird to say HP1 PS1, and I want to go to HP2 PS2 then. But it's not. They're both still PS1, and the differences is the HP part. Nice. Time save. Honestly, the Gringotts section in this is really underwhelming.
Welcome.
It doesn't...
Gringotts, there is no Gringotts section, the Diagon Alley section.
Can I have...
I do it. They're hiding. You need to...
Why is one of those L's capitalized on my Diagon Alley? No, I think it's upstairs. I mean, you don't have to be a pixie for that, Islia. You can just do that. Saving time so you can use... Yeah, so I can waste it here. I probably already wasted seconds because it was upstairs. Al Lee. It's a friend of mine. It's called Al Lee. It's a kind man if you know him, but he deals into sus stuff. Don't cross him. No.
Well done.
You didn't mean it like that? Oh. Well, I meant it like that. It's so nice to see green again.
We are close.
No! I want to talk to Hagrid. There. Still green.
Well, did you? Yes.
She would...
Not looking forward to the Slytherin chase.
I'm afraid.
I hope you're not...
Well, of course.
I've got a... Come on, Ron.
Come on. Oh yeah, wasn't it my PB, or was it the run after, where I went through the door, but I came back in this room? Okay, we actually went through this time. GG's Harry on using the door correctly.
Hogwarts, I suppose. Good luck.
Good luck, take care. Good luck, have bingo. Free time save. Maybe, I don't know if it was this, I think it might have been the second run, which we didn't PB. You have first-hand experience, so you know how shit the controls are in those running sections where the ground is... Yeah, it's horrible. It's not that... See, like, they use sliding in HP1 too. Not HP1 too, but HP1 as well. But they're like, it's not like a very small part that you can just fall off of and like redo the section. Oh, shit.
Let's hope it's...
Okay, that's what, 4 seconds? Maybe not even. Should have walked around the Ronalds. The controlling of the cart in Gringotts is rather... it's okay once you get used to that, if I'm completely honest. Especially if you're not going for hundo. If you're going for hundo, you're going to cry. Especially on sickles.
Harry! Yeah!
Harry!
Why don't you... Go on, Harry!
Believing up in the way we'll go. Way Miss Susie now. Like Harry freshly buttered his shoe. Yeah, why would you do that? Why is the road to the common room slippery? Why is the road to Hagrid's hut slippery?
Better watch out.
Get ready.
Jewel. Ah, that should have hit. Game's rigged.
Come on, Harry.
That was a really good round one. Harry's a fan of dairy products. That's not... Well, that could be how you use them, but... Just drink the milk, bro. Or put it in Pepsi for the memes, but don't smear it on your shoes. Oh, almost. Thought that would hit. Oh, I don't need a special gin. That was really fast. Drink the butter. No. Alright, good night, Jeb. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night's sleep, and I'll talk to you soon. Hitting the sack. No. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not gonna be there. Ow! I got splooged. Snakes do that. Think about eating shoe leather in an emergency situation. Don't you think it would taste better with butter? Harry just planning ahead. Yes, but no. But yes, but no. But especially no. More no than yes, absolutely. But I like the way you think. It's creative. I like that. It's creative and a little bit crazy. I guess you need that to do low cast as well, right? Creativity and a little craziness.
Hissing furiously, the snake slithered.
We have a little break here, chat.
Leave him alone, Harry shouted. At least, that was what he thought he'd shouted. When he looked up at Justin, he was met with an angry look.
What do you think you're playing at?
The snake was lying slumped on the floor, docile as a thick black garden hose. So why was Justin and everybody else for that?
That should have saved time. I think that was a really clean Malfoy fight, and I just did the snake like normal. I got hit, but that doesn't lose time. Snack in this case is kind of free. I don't know, the snack at the end is just dumb. So I guess it's not free. Because getting an optimal cycle is way hard. It's near impossible to get a 5 cycle, which is possible, but near impossible. And it's pretty doable to get a 2 cycle in PC snake. So I guess actually this snake is less free than the PC one. He'd first eat the newspapers before even considering eating your dress shoes. No, I think he means like the... Oh no, he did say shoe leather. I thought he meant some sort of polish. Ooh, no, yes, leather does not... No, paper would be better. Although newspaper ink can be kind of poisonous. So don't do that. But just paper could work.
He thought it was wrong. And then a strange gagging noise behind him made him wheel around. Harry yelled in shock as the bird burst into flames, only to emerge from the fire.
Okay, the upside is we're soon going to be past the worst... That's not true. The worst parts are at the end. The downside is from now on we only have awful parts to go.
Harry nodded. Still
May recommends
shocked by
eating
the
regular,
sight of
non-newspaper
first
paper. Absolutely.
Dumbledore explained how
Have to be one hell of an yes. That definitely. Unless it's like you have pica. Pica is called, right? Where you eat inedible
Dumbledore went on to
objects.
say that he didn't believe Harry was the attacker plaguing Hogwarts, and he asked if Harry had anything.
Now, it reminds me of like those TLC series where they go to like people who like have weird eating or drinking habits, like eating rocks, some woman who drank blood, which I feel is a lot of it is spiced up for because it's TLC, but still, that can be real. Some of that is real. Half a minute?
Now that you
TLC. The paper arc size doesn't matter for the taste. Size doesn't matter. Alright, enjoy the lurk, Winter. Thanks for the good luck. I hope we'll still be here when you get back, but we might not be. I want to do something after. Originally the other meme run, but we don't have time. You're not eating rocks? Sometimes.
Hermione. Fine. Well.
Size, that's what I said. Really hope the dishwasher lasagna was just for the show and not an actual thing they regular. Oh yeah. I think like some Dutch YouTubers once made a video. It's like, because dishwasher gets up to high temperatures, like what could we heat up and eat from the dishwasher? But it wasn't, most of it was not a success. It was just an experiment, not something they would actually eat or recommend. I really want to know what there is when you go right. I think nothing. The big nothing. If only Goyle could jump, you could save things when you fall down. Or when you slide off the edge, rather. Okay, this is the hard part, chat, so yeah, I'm going to try to focus here a little bit. And I'm willing to go a little bit slower for it. Because it's not that challenging if you just use D-pad and calm the fuck down, but like you're speedrunning. You want to go fast. Oh, that was way too close. That was actually because I was being too slow. Like, I didn't have the momentum to do that. I'll read that in a bit, Kua. Actually, no, I read it while falling down. Yes, you can link that. No worries. Links are generally allowed if people don't go overboard with them or, like, link to really horrible things. Whack. No! No. I've never had that happen before. Okay, well that's an interesting way to lose all of our time save. We were too slow this time. Shit. Ah, shit. Always this fucking segment. Every time I'm on an okay pace, this just takes it away. And now the music is gone. Now it's even more awkward me just sitting here doing this. Like, the music is like, yeah, it should have been done by now. I can't believe I got too far away from him. And then it's like, who's gone, bro? That was a one-way road. Just walk past it, dude. The fuck? Dishwasher salmon, delicious stuff. Okay, well, once again, we're past the hard part, but, well... Last time we managed to fuck it up after, so... Well, that was legit all that there was left. You don't think it's even cultured dishwasher salmon? No, I don't think. It's horrible all across. Yo, Harzuk, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. And I'm glad you enjoyed the vid. I always appreciate hearing that. Glad you watched it. Thank you for watching. It's a pretty long one, so I appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch that run. Or watch my video. Yo, darling, as well. Dishwasher salmon sounds cursed. Yes. I'm not sure. We were talking about TLC, and then Kua was reminded of dishwasher salmon. So, it's like the dishwasher generates a lot of heat, so you could prepare things in that. But you're best off not doing that. Enough internet for today. That's fair, Luna. TLC is the home of cursed things, and I highly doubt if most of it is real. Quite a bit it will be, and quite a bit will be real but exaggerated. There's some things that just can't be real, right? And I know a little bit about reality television, so yeah, I doubt most of it is real. Imagine a cookbook with dishwasher recipe. If you just use the heat, it could actually work, but it probably shouldn't. Okay, well, we lost a minute 14. There are absolutely real aspects to reality TV. Absolutely. Is your stream scripted or real? You never know. But it could be a hybrid, right? Like in a way it is, right? This is real. What I'm doing is real, but things are happening also because I planned them. I know I'll be doing this run, so I know what can happen. There is no way I lose a speed run if I don't plan actively to do a speed run. There's a very simple explanation, but you plan things that would cause real things to happen, right? So, yo, Cake, welcome in. How doing? 80 real, 20 fake. I guess.
Guess what?
It's also like, what is real and what is fake, right? Is Renee real? No, that absolutely not. We talked about this in Flo's chat. I'm a VTuber. I know that speech sounded pretty scripted. I bet you read it off a cue card. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Watch. Do this. Are you ready?
The thing is also, with things like reality TV and entertainment, you often shouldn't want to look behind the curtains because it could ruin something that you could just sit back and enjoy. Chef Mike's actually a teleprompter in this guy. I wish.
Dear, dear.
It would be a very bad spot for a teleprompter, but...
Oh dear. Oh no.
Another time, another place, same us. Doing ookie, good to hear, Cake.
One more to go. Splendid. Perfection. Oh dear.
Use microwaves to beam the script direct. Wow, that's advanced stuff. If you think I can afford that, then, yeah, I don't know what then. I would have known if I was smart enough to afford technology that beams thoughts into my brain. Beans! I like beans.
Now, what?
It's a good thing that Salazar Slytherin only put second-tier magic in his Chamber of Secrets. What is that emote? Oh.
Excellent. Now.
Oh, it's the chocolate frog. That's. I didn't know we had that. Nope.
The race for the House Cup continues.
Chocolate Frick. I like Chocolate Frick. Good thing Lockhart reteaches you a spell you learned from Pearl 2. Yeah. I thought it was like Verdamilli's Duo then. I thought they did that.
Ravenclaw?
Just like they did in like the handheld where it's like level 1 is Uno.
Hufflepuff?
But I don't think they mentioned it. Maybe I hallucinated that.
Slytherin.
Well, this one is more versatile because it's used more than once outside of class.
Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. The race for the House Cup is heating up.
There. We did save time, so that's good.
Happy
Valentine's Day!
My friendly card-carrying cupids!
Ugh.
Oh, you.
I really want to hear the rhyme, but I'm not gonna die for it. It's the downside of speedrunning. You want to do silly and weird things, but you know you'll just kill the run and it'll not be worth it. I can hear it another time, yes. Should just add that to my sound redeems. We can hear it whenever we want. Sound really, yeah, I mean, like, they all have a cooldown to begin with. Maybe I should increase that a little bit. Because spam definitely possible on this chat. But I usually trust chat. I also have some commands that most streamers have for mods only, which I trust my chat with. And once it gets abused, I'll have to change that. Like, you don't need to be moderator to shout somebody out. If you want to be kind and shout someone out, then you should. And as long as that doesn't get abused, I'm okay with that. At least that's how it always was. I don't think we changed that. Yeah, exactly. It's like 99% of people on Twitch, as weird as it sounds, but they know how to behave, at least to a certain degree. And if there's the one person who doesn't, then sometimes it's unfortunate, because, well, you can either ban that person, but for redeeming stuff, I guess that's not really fair. And you have to take the good things away, because my TTS definitely got... My chat could not handle my very cheap TTS. I had streams where you couldn't barely hear me because the entire stream was TTS. Remember my first collab with 50? I think we did a race? Not even... Yeah, we did a race in HP1. And, like, you couldn't hear 50 the entire time because... The TTS was louder than her, and it played pretty much the entire run.
The chamber was opened and
with that big PPN, I wouldn't say that. I just have some faith in people. Sometimes completely misplaced, but...
The pages of the diary began.
You have no idea. You're the goodest mod.
Seemed to open up, and Harry was pitched headfirst into the opening.
Who's a good mod?
Harry saw that he was standing in a corridor.
Configured category. You configured category change for VIP. Yeah, category change will work. I think that for me is mods only. I'm not sure anymore.
Then Harry heard someone speaking.
Miss 50. Yeah, me too. I wish they'd come back, but I understand why they don't.
Come on now, in the box.
It's a bit of an oversight. Yeah. Dutch voice reveal. Waarom zou je artificiële, kunstmatige intelligentie text-to-speech gebruiken als je gewoon handmatige text-to-speech kunt gebruiken? René W. Sorry, René W. Man humble to... maybe. Your stream is just barely here if you need anything. How about $1 million? Well, I don't want to get into that. That's something for them personally, but like I prefer not to go into community drama on my stream. They have made that decision for them personally, and that's up to them, and that's not up to me to discuss.
The scene whirled, the darkness became complete, and Harry landed with a crash. Later, Harry met up with Ron and Hermione.
What's up?
Harry could barely get the...
Oh, we're actually going to the teacher segment.
Hagrid, Ron. Hagrid opened the Chamber of Secrets 50 years ago.
I hope so too. I haven't talked to either of them in a bit, but I hope so too. But okay, teachers, we have a minute to save here.
Person. Maybe it was some other monster that was a...
Hagrid, we've always...
I'm going to the library. See if...
Is that be right back, right?
We'd better be careful, Ron.
Yeah, we better be careful.
Remember that you need to collect these to power up your cloak.
Ron's such a pretty... Wait, actually, I'm now thinking we are like 2 minutes ahead of HP2 PB. Because, like, this takes into account that we were 2 minutes behind at the end of HP1. And we're barely behind now, so we're PBing.
Nice one, Harry.
Be right back, Renee. BRBR, yeah. Maybe just funny sound. Funny sign, go... Be right back, Renee works really well, yeah. I like that. I think I got caught here as well, which doesn't do much, but it does still lose time, of course.
Well then.
That never happened before, but since yesterday, that is also something we struggle with. I have this in runs sometimes, where I'm good early on, and then I just add to the list of things I struggle with.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Like, normal people, like, have a list of things they struggle with, and then they slowly get better at each of them, and then that list gets smaller. I guess I just work backwards. Story of my life.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Who's there?
Me. Oh shit. Keep doing that. Nobody's ever laughed at that joke, but I find it entertaining. Always like that for you in first runs, that they're really nice and unlucky and then shit happens in other. It's really annoying. It's, for me, one of the most frustrating things in gaming, also casually, maybe especially casually, is when you can do something and then you die and then you do something first try and then you die later, you have to redo it and you just can't do it anymore. I'm like, wait, I did this first try and the first time I ever tried it and it was easy. Why can I not do this anymore? Machining aluminum cylinders today at school? Wait. And the piece had to be 69 millimeters at one part, but you forgot it was supposed to be funny. Sadik, man, missed opportunity. Okay, we ran straight in front of Snape, but, well, just when he had his eyes closed, or he sneezed or something. No! I turned too hard. These woods, they are. And this trick is honestly still really confusing. I don't know exactly why that went wrong. I think I overturned the camera a little bit. But yeah, I still need to... This is just really awkward to control. Okay, now we're bad. We do this second try every time now, which honestly is not bad. But, well, of course, it would be better if we could get it somehow first try. And it's over. I couldn't see anything. I wouldn't say this kills it just yet. This is definitely a huge problem.
Wingardium Leviosa.
We're gonna do this different. We're gonna back this up and we're gonna lose a minute. He just watched me walk by. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Teachers have a serious problem with their eyes. Okay.
Even you.
I don't know, man. This might not end well. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't show it to you properly. Okay, so look. So we reset Filch's position with this. And then he's passed. We go. Now it should still be opened, right? Okay, good. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, that's more than a minute, maybe. Shit!
Go back to...
And now it's completely gone. One step too much forward, run over. We'll finish though, because it technically is a PB, but I don't think we can even PB HP. Well, we can. We're completely off PB pace now. And that was something that you shouldn't fuck. This one is actually tricky, so fucking that up, it happens, but the McGonagall one, just dumb. Just being stupid. That's fine. Thank you for the people hug.
Harry Potter.
What? I hate everything now. Especially myself. But it's fine. It's fine. We can still PB. I mean, it is a multi-run that we've never done. So it's still PB pace. There's 4 minutes in chamber. So we can still PB HP2. Yo, Tay, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Never really even gave much thought about that, the wall hugging actually. It's like when the character models are off screen, somehow they often don't do anything. So if you keep them off screen, it resets their position. And it's weird like that.
This pressure pad has a different image on it, and there are no objects to charm.
Good and enjoying the chill vibes. That's good to hear. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Run!
You may
Yet
quite
look at.
So, you're not.
Come on.
If anyone wanted to find out some
Stuff?
run.
That sounds
Look at all the
sus.
spiders and go.
Okay. 2.5 minutes. Down the shitter.
Hagrid said.
I think there was something similar with the terrible PS1 Resident Evil. Resident Survivor. The enemy AI would not attack. Wait. Shit. That's fine. Health is overrated. Would not attack you if you didn't look at the enemies. Ah, so like Enderman. Maybe it was by design. Oh, that's not what I need to do. Okay, I remember Forest being horrible, so this run is definitely still alive, even the HP2 part. I mean, the multi-run is free because multi-B. It was just shit game. Fair, fair. We can get past the trolls okay. I think we might save like close to a minute here. It applied to all of the... Oh yeah, then that's definitely not intentional. Pretty pog though. In a speedrun that could actually like lead to some cool optimizations. Have I practiced the trolls? I have not. I've only practiced skips today. Oh. Make it. I've practiced Fire Seed skip and Death Day skip, Rain skip, Clody skip. I think that's about it. It sounds like more than it is, because it is the hardest part. But well, I guess I didn't just practice Death Day skip, I also learned it, which makes it take a little bit longer. It saves a lot of time because you hardly have to fight it. Exactly, like optimizing your movement to not be attacked by anything. I guess that could kind of be cool. It's stupid how close you have to be for all these Verdimillious targets. Just let me cast spell. I want to cast spell. A magical boy. I'm playing with joystick or D. Mostly joystick, but for some segments the D-pad is really your friend. Like the Slytherin section, well, of course I lost a lot of time there, but that's where I prefer to use D-pad. For the tricks, the pause buffering, you usually use the D-pad. But in general, I prefer joystick. Both is good for this, but I use joystick. This again? How am I not making this cycle? This is supposed to be easy. You just run past the first row and you've made the cycle. Are you gonna turn around? Yes. It'd fall like 30 million times. I mean, eventually, it's all about practice, right? Yeah, I can't do this. Wait, I'm actually gonna get caught here? No? Yes? Yes. I was still gonna say I'm gonna get caught on purpose, but then I kind of snuck past. Okay. Now I'm gonna get caught on accident. This is so hard because you need to run across precisely, and because you're turning so much, your camera just goes all over the place. You got past though. We can do the second section quickly, we can still save some time. In the second section you have a bit more time, so you can position yourself, then you sneak past and done. We wait out until this one turns. And we... Okay. Flo made it look easy. It's not horrible though, it's just annoying. I make it look more difficult than it is, I feel. There we go. Still 27 seconds saved. We're getting close to the end, chat. Only like 20-something minutes. And then it's almost midnight, so I guess we're not doing anything after stream. Unless Mosh is here, then we could do the fanfic. The end is near. It is. So I just started, you actually played that pretty... Yeah. The second set part was really good. Okay, this is my favorite spider pattern. And now the second egg. No, let me hit the egg. Hey, let me hit the egg! Okay. It's fine. I think this still has the same effect. See if we can heal up a little bit with these frogs. I don't want to be on low health. I'm entering chamber. Crap. No, not red. No! What am I doing? Sorry, chat. I have skill issue. Okay, this one's already low now. Next time I go past, I should get that. No, not the spider. I can't kill the spider. Okay. The yellow one might still be on a 2-hit, but that's fine. We can work with that. Okay, crack. 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 Frog. Kill the spider. Let him charge. Crack. That's all 4 killers. Okay, I think we're gonna die to Lockhart once on purpose, because we have to reset cycles twice on entering chamber. That was actually still an okay Aragog fight, but a little shaky, as I like to say, a little rough around the edges. Bye, spider. Bye, spider.
The car screeched to a halt, and Harry dived inside.
Hurry up, Ron!
The door slammed shut. And
Okay,
Ron
now we
didn't
can
touch the
quickly
accelerator
go
because
to
the
my
car was already
splits.
speeding away.
How far were we
They sped out
behind?
the hollow, branches
2 minutes and 26 where we were behind starting HP2. Oh, we're actually still ahead of PB by 10 seconds.
Thinned and the car stopped so suddenly they were nearly thrown through the
And we have
window.
4 minutes
They had reached the edge of the
chamber
forest.
if we just don't die.
Harry and Ron arrived safely back in the Gryffindor common room.
What was the point of going in there? What have we found out?
I'd like
to know.
But Hagrid never opened the Chamber of Secrets. He was innocent.
Still 6 seconds ahead, chat. You did not die in chamber? Okay, then I did not. I thought you meant because I say we a lot. We died in chamber.
Don't worry, Ron. We'll rescue her. And
Well, Harry not that humble. To Professor Lockhart's office. Da 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 da. Okay, so we have to get hit twice to reset cycle, so we'll just die to Lockhart and it's fine. Bit too private. Yeah. Okay. We just reset this cycle once extra. Just wanted to make sure it was set properly. We can reset it once more, that's good. That actually costs a lot of health. Reset the cycle. Okay. Once you're in there and moving, it's honestly not bad anymore. It's just the getting in there that's hard, chat. Unless you're Tommy, of course, and you can do whatever. Of course. Tommy isn't bound by social convention. Right.
Oh, Mr. Professor.
It's like a minute of cutscenes and then the slide. Well, we died at slide too. That's another minute we could save. If we're not horrible. And if we are horrible, then we may not even lose time. If we're super horrible, then we lose time regardless.
Where? By the sinks.
By the sink.
Look, the taps are turning into snakes.
Ain't that convenient?
Try saying something. Okay, I'll try. Open.
How did they never find that? They just randomly turn into snakes. 3 hour mark. Sadly, we did not get the sub 3 hours. I thought it would be a little bit unrealistic.
Well,
would have been possible, but maybe one day. I really hate when the snakes turn into. What about when the taps? Yeah, that's even worse. Either one. If anything turns into a snake, who is upset? Oh, Lockhart overtakes. It's like this slide has one really difficult part and the rest is kind of trivial. I'm actually going to switch to D-pad for this. Hate when that happens to you too. Must be because you're a Slytherin. Right? Happens to Slytherins. Yo, welcome back, Cake, to the tail end of this run. And we ruined it. It's okay. Still, things are possible. Don't worry, we're not almost at the end if I keep doing this. The run will last longer and longer. All for the fans. That's the part that was really tricky. The rest, trivial. The worst part is the difficult part is at the end. Like, if you fuck up, which is actually likely, are very easy to do, then you just go back the entire thing. Trifecta, that was the original plan to do a pentafecta after, with the PC trifecta and this, and then until we collect Ignatia Wildsmith. But because we reset it and because it's very warm, we're not gonna go for that tonight. That will likely be the next multi-run Friday though. Or multi-run Saturday, because I might have to push next week's Friday stream. It's so annoying, but we got past. Well, apparently last time we died later. What if the snakes will turn into different kinds of snakes, or will they just respawn in somewhere? Huh? What? What's that, Dua Lipa? Schedule? I should put schedule up, yeah. That's a good one. Thanks, Cake. I should do that for, actually for this week already. But I'll be back on Sunday with my celebration for 350 followers. Okay, that was a quick death, so that's good. So we've reset our health. Now we don't have to make a potion. Okay, shouldn't take too much damage though. Come on. I do like this fight. It uses like a unique mechanic from the game, and it makes it a little bit different. I like this fight. Even though it's a bit weird. Makes some story sense too, even though they don't actually fight. We should have been, like, well, we should have been. Could have, would have, should have. We're ahead of PB, technically. Wait. Oh, if you die, you have to go left again. Okay. Well, today I learned. Looks pretty, like, yeah. He's just silly. Just silly goose. Thank you, Artsy. Appreciate it. Yeah, and for next week, I'll just update it with the full schedule when I release that. Because next week, as I said, will be a little bit different. I have my grandma's birthday on Tuesday, so I'll be out of town for like 2 days. So because I'll be visiting the family then, and because it's far away, I'll stay for a day. And on Friday, I'll be hanging out with some people from the community for a project which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to announce that, to be honest, but I think it may have been announced already. But yeah, I'll be meeting up with some people, so that'll be fun. So I'm not sure how I will do it next week, if I'll just do 1 stream less, or 2 streams less, or just push my Tuesday stream to Wednesday and my Friday stream to Saturday. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Grandma partying like a Dutch pro Dutch player. Well, not quite. Oh, we saved hell there. That is so good that we just preserved a little bit. I hope I don't need it. But to have that just in case, I'm really happy about that. Duofecta wheel on Sunday. I think I'm gonna be live 1 hour earlier than I normally do. Normally I go live at 7 my time, which is CEST, right? And I think I'll go live like 1 hour earlier, so at 6. Because it might take a while. And I do kind of want to finish. That's why Reset the Run will not be on the board this time. Because we've hit it on both of the other celebrations. And it was also good because we could have an endpoint for the run, but I kind of want to finish one. Yes. And if you have ideas for that wheel percent, you can always reach out to me or put them in the Discord at !Discord. I hope, like, while I was live that people have put some cool ideas in. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do, but this is faster than what I meant to do, so it's fine. Yes, trigger all the commands. All the stuff I do. Thank you, Artsy. She's just so good. I like that. I don't even have to ask, she just does that, and it's good. Oh, I don't know how that sword attack missed me, but I'm not complaining. And she would love to give idea. I think I want to do upside down. Oh, and I get good RNG. The platform goes up after 1 night, which it just sometimes does. Cake's good idea? Yes, it is. But you still executed it. Yeah, I'm sure Wrench and Farp has a lot of interesting debug commands that we can just hotkey. The thing with a wheel percent like that, we also need to make sure we can undo it. Because we will be playing individual stages with the challenges rolled. And I don't want things to linger for the entire run. Okay, we fucked this up yesterday for the first time. Not this time, so this was actually like a near perfect chamber. Sword went right through Harry. Easy, right? Game's too easy. Okay, that was a really good chamber. Which means we're actually gonna end on green splits or gold splits. Which is nice, and that means we got the PB by a few minutes. Oh, I unsplit early. There we go. Save 3.5. Beanless, deathless, damageless, hundo, max percent, low cost. Low cost I'm not gonna do. I'm sorry. Beanless is too easy because we generally don't collect beans anyway. Well, actually, beanless is not. Beanless is good. We also did all beans. Like, we could replace that with max percent. That would work. And if the commands can be reverted by turning it with ups. Yeah, if you could help me with when you have a few of those ideas, that would be great. Yeah, we have done all beans. If I don't know if you're in my Discord, but if you are, I put one of the old wheel percents up for people to see, like, what are the ideas that we did last time. And this time I kind of want to be all out with, like, some of the weird commands that Farp has, and maybe turning the game upside down and stuff. Maybe we could do like Nixo did, an inverted color run. I think inverted color would be fun, and I could set that up through OBS. Misery percent pretty much, yes. Bean, oh yes, all beans. old car. Yeah, definitely like the things to collect things. Or not collect things. And the challenges, like changing the controls or the way the game looks.
The Godric Gryffindor sword. Maybe I can redirect the Basilisk venom.
Inverted colors. It looked weird, yeah. Okay, for 2 cycles, by my standards, that's pretty good. What I remember from wheel percent is like no matter how, we always landed on inverted controls. Like half of my game I just played with like forwards going backwards and left going right. And like eventually you're just gonna get impossible combos. Like you can't make it out of everything with only moving backwards. And not jumping, for example. It's funny because I got like, as I said, inverted controls a lot and only moving backwards. Which is funny because then you only have to push forwards to only go backwards. No one... yeah, you requested inverted hands. That was even worse. But I meant just inverted controls that we landed on like all the fucking time. But yeah, inverted hands I think we should come back to. But I'm not gonna put up a hand cam though. That was too much of a hassle. This is honestly an okay snake fight. You're not, no, for this part you're not, but like, we can still blame you if you like. Oh wow, that was quite a bit of damage. Okay. I hope I can do this in 1 cycle, but I don't think so. It will still be a 312. I don't know how good that is on the leaderboard, but I don't expect much of it. Then again, not a lot of people have run both games, so yeah, 1 more cycle. Yo, Luke, welcome in. Yes, enjoy the emotes. Thank you for the good luck for these last 3 hits. I split a little bit late, so it's likely a second faster, but that's good. Well, it's not good. That's actually very bad. But I'm happy, I'm satisfied. That's a 4-minute PB on HP2. So yeah, we'll submit that. End the duel. We'll watch this cutscene, and then we'll not forget to show the settings, chat. Show the settings. I have a bit of a hard time recommending those weird tweaks to the game, as it's funny on paper, but it will make me feel sick. Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about with turning it upside down. But the upside is that the challenges will last for 1 level. So, yeah, if I can beat it in 10 minutes, then the challenge is gone after 10 minutes, and then we spin again. Thank you for the GG's, Katashi, Kui, Luke, Artsy, Radburn. Thank you. 7th place on that's better than I thought, honestly. But then again, I don't think there's like that many people on the leaderboard, right?
It was me.
Creegasm, thanks, confusing. Thanks, Cake. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, that's the upside of this. It will be in smaller segments. Well, there is the possibility that I spin the same one over and over again. That can happen, yes. Thanks for the GG's, Isley, as well. Okay, as soon as we hit the credits, then we're going to go into the console and show that it's valid. Aw, thank you, Jamie. You've been very kind lately, and I appreciate it. Right behind Nixo. Just like in No Major Skips. But in No Major Skips, I know I can beat him. I just haven't yet. And I like doing this, so I might do more of the Duofecta later. But I'm not going to grab that. What do you mean, whoa? I'm just saying that I've really appreciated you being nice lately.
Professor Dumbledore explained that 50 years ago, Lord Voldemort as a 16-year-old Tom Riddle had enchanted his diary. And
Oh, the time save. Yeah, it's actually a 3.5 minutes. Yeah, it's the one where I died in chamber, and I just copied the splits on at the end of my HP1. So 3.5 minutes on a single split.
And as for Harry, well, once again...
Katashi, how far am I behind Nick, so? A joke, a joke. Somebody the other day... Well, let's show the settings. Oh, no, we need to win the House Cup. We'll show that. Somebody the other day, Luke, stole my thesaurus. I'm not only furious, but I'm furious.
Ravenclaw?
130 you can now use for something, and that's true. 10 minutes. Okay, that is a lot.
Slytherin.
But honestly, I can still save 2 to HP1, and
Gryffindor.
no, I don't know if I can get easily to 10. I could get there in the end, but that will be a challenge. Okay, let's finally show these settings, because like the verifier at this point is like, Renee, show them, I want to see them. There we have it. Mostly this is important, probably the rest too, but I don't know, but this is important. So we are